We are live.
No.
I didn't ask. No. I said.
No.
I said.
The show don't start like that.
How does it start?
I say it.
How do you say it?
No, I say it every week. I say it.
That's fine.
No.
I just said it.
No.
That's fine.
No.
But I just said it.
No. The show's not started.
Camera's rolling.
The camera's been rolling for like 20 minutes.
Don't matter.
No.
Still rolling.
We are live. Guys, I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And I'm Raven your GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
And this is episode 4 of the Cyber Nerds podcast. Welcome back. Where have you been? Hopefully on our channel. What's been going on?
I feel like I'm the MC right now. I'm ready to chop some bars with these Macs we got today. Someone dropped the ball and forgot Saturn, so now we're using these mics, and now I feel like I'm an MC.
I mean, due to the fact that we're scheduled for a technical issue every episode. Every episode. It makes sense that someone forgot something that leads to us having alternative microphones today. But shout out to everyone. We're at YouTube Space London. I don't know if I tell you that, guys, but we're at YouTube Space London. This is where this podcast is recorded. So shout out to the people at YouTube Space. And shout out to everyone celebrating Black History Month in the UK. You should be celebrating it all around the world. But if you're not, if you're even unaware that there is a different month for Black History Month in the United Kingdom, there is. So for all of our, African Americans, support twice 2 months of the year. You get me? Because us man are out here in the UK repping.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Every year.
Thank you very much.
They're not going to do that, though.
Every day.
They're not going to do that.
Every day.
They're not going to do that.
Don't be in the Matrix, fam.
They're not going to do that.
Don't be in the Matrix. Don't fall for them things. Don't let
Bruv.
Agent Smith get you, fam.
Bruv,
It's every day, fam.
There's black people who don't even celebrate Black History Month during the one History Month.
Really?
So you trying to tell them every day, fam? Come,
That's
man.
fine.
If you're not
I gotta
woke, you're
tell
not
them.
woke. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I can do about that.
That's the thing is, it's not even being woke, fam. It's just living. So, like, just forget this whole being woke and.
No, when I say be woke, I don't mean be woke. I mean,
I'm talking about like just the massive.
There's certain man not living,
yo,
bruv. There's certain man not living.
Fam, you can be asleep and
No,
not be in the Matrix.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Oh, sunken place.
All right, so the first segment of the show that we get to, the first segment is a segment that we called "What you on, man? What you on?
I bought my notes today.
What you on? What you watching? What you playing? What you reading?"
Oh, shit.
So,
How you starting the podcast? Just cursing, Sam.
Shoot.
Did you forget?
SH.
You forgot,
OT.
didn't you?
What, my notes?
Yeah.
Or mental? No memory.
I don't even know what's going on.
So yeah, basically, the first segment of the show is called "What You On," where we talk about what we're reading, playing, or watching, or all of them. And this week, I guess we're gonna start with Raven. Why not, Raven? What have you been watching?
I thought it always starts with Sam.
Not anymore.
Due to the fact that I'm running things, it starts where I say it starts. So it's starting
What
with
kind
Raven.
of nonsense is that, fam?
says the same guy who says we are live at the beginning of the show when he's not supposed to. Shut your mouth. What are you watching?
First things first, I coined that in the show throughout the whole Cyber Nerd, so I can say whenever I want to say it because I'm the one who brought it live into the into the family.
What is going on right
now?
So yeah, one month. So what is it you want? What do you want to know?
What are you watching?
Watching. All right. So I finished the first season of Demon Slayer. Getting peak, but I hate the fact that I've started watching this at the beginning, and I don't have a couple of seasons to run by, like I did with Naruto, like I'm doing right now with Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm just like, how long do I have to wait for the next season, fam? Because I'm loving that show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's my new thing, man. It's my new thing. I might have to run it back and watch the whole thing again. But other than that, Top Boy, we're still doing it. I mean, I've just watched episode 8 yesterday. Which, by the way, I don't know when this podcast.
I mean, by the time this comes out, the complete Top Boy
will be done.
thing will be finished.
Picked up on Carnival Row. All right. I'm still there. And since Demon Slayer is finished, I've gone back to Dororo. So I'm watching that. That's anime.
All right, cool. So what I've been watching, Carnival Row came and has gone after.
Finished the whole thing?
No, I didn't finish it.
Oh,
I told you, like, after 3-4 episodes, I was like, oh, I'm bored.
Yeah.
There's nah.
I think I'm like 3 episodes in.
I think, bro,
I haven't watched in like a week.
There's like, see, when it gets to me like that, I'm not going back. If you get, oh, I haven't watched you in a week. I have not even thought about you watching you in a week.
Yeah, but that's because I've been busy.
Hasn't been captured.
But I'm talking about me. When I go to the television and I'm like, all right, let me put something on, and I don't think about you, that means where I see it's finished. So me and Carnival Row are done. I'm not saying it's not good, but I think there was something missing for me personally that didn't just really like grab me into the whole thing.
You know what? I thought. Hold on, let me just. But. Who sort these mics out, man? What's going on here? Jesus. What was gonna say? Nah, man. Like it's. You know, the whole thing captured me with the fairies and humans and the other lot. But then, your birthday came, my birthday came. I had my annual leave. So, yeah. I don't know what happened to Sam. Nothing happened with Sam. So
I'm not here.
Oh, yeah, he got into a car crash or something. One of them things that happened there.
Wow.
So there's a lot been happening. And this is why, I feel like I didn't pay as much attention to the shit.
But you watched all your other shows.
That's because
that's because yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point, fam. Like you're making all these excuses, but you're not making excuses for the other show, like, bruv.
Because
you didn't go back to.
I have my.
If you didn't go back to it, you didn't go back to.
No, it's because I have my my order of what's priority, what's not.
And that's not priority.
It speaks for itself.
No, it was just one of those things. It was like a sighting. You know what I'm saying? You know them sightings. You would know about sightings, wouldn't you?
Like I said, I got really gassed. Yeah. I got really gassed about the whole premise of Carnival Row, but I think when I got into the show, like, I just kind of wasn't feeling it, like, after. But maybe I'll try and jump back on, but I don't know. I'm at a void of what to watch right now. But one thing that did pop up on Amazon Prime the other day, I saw Swamp Thing. The whole of season 1's there, so I definitely jumped into that. 3 episodes in.
I almost jumped into that last night.
3 episodes in, not loving it. But it's not bad. The first episode is very good.
I was going to say.
Is very, very good.
All right, you watched it?
No, just the way he was going to say it. I was like, it's not good, but then I thought you would have watched more and be like, oh, it's getting better.
No.
So you're saying it's very good. Oh, it's a good.
I'm not saying it's going down here, but the first episode, like, the way Swamp Thing, the character himself, is set up is, I don't know if this is, the thing is, what's crazy is, I've actually read the new 52 run of Swamp Thing, like maybe 4 or 5 issues, but I can't remember. I think in that, someone fact check me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure in the new 52, he's already Swamp Thing, and in this it shows an origin of the Swamp Thing. I'm not gonna say the origin because it might not be his only origin, but the origin of Swamp Thing in this show is very good. I think the issue I have with Swamp Thing in this is kind of the villains. So like we get to about episode 3 and there's a villain that I'm just like, really? Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to like wait a couple more episodes for them to really flesh out the characters because they do things very differently. Like Swamp Thing doesn't even show up like in the first episode or the second episode.
What?
This is what I'm saying.
I'm
No,
just spoiling for me, yeah.
bruv. How is that a spoiler that it's not in the first episode?
Because I didn't know it was not in the first episode or second episode.
So to say that there's a show called The Swamp Thing and you didn't know about it, is that a spoiler? Because you didn't know there was a show called Swamp Thing.
No, but that's not material that's in the thing.
What's he doing?
What the hell was that?
But
we need one of those mixer things, bro. We need one of those mixer things.
Oh my
Where
god.
did that come from?
Is that a spoiler?
I feel that's a
Leave him,
spoiler.
leave him,
Oh my God,
leave him,
this
leave
show
him.
Because I
has
didn't
gone
know
so left.
that's a material. That's part of the material. Therefore, it's a spoiler.
No,
it's
it's-
what's in
no, it's
the
not.
thing.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
not.
I feel
There's a
like it
female
is.
character in the show.
Oh,
Is
That's
that a
got
spoiler?
That's got nothing to do
you're
with
doing
it.
too much.
Bro,
now.
there's a
You're
male
so-
character.
Oh,
That's
the
contents
show.
of
The show is called Swamp Thing. If you tell me Swamp Thing is not in the first 2 episodes, that's a spoiler for me. It's not about
That's dumbness.
female.
That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb.
Guys, jump in the
That's
comment section below and
That's
let me
dumb.
know.
That's dumb. Guys, please don't jump in the comment section more like that.
Do
Because
it.
if you do engage in this argument,
They will
I'm
do.
going to put you
You
in
know
the
what
same
time it
category
is.
as Raven.
You know what
That
time it
whole
is.
thing there is dumb. That whole thing's there dumb.
Whoa.
Swamp Thing doesn't show up, like I said, in the first 2 episodes.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just a big mystery. There's a lot of mystery going on. You're trying to find out what's going on, but I don't know.
Is it me
man.
or just got really hot in here all of a sudden?
I don't
Just the
know.
tea I'm drinking.
I don't know. I think what else? There's something else that I was gonna say about it.
You know, I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking at. That's kind of mad right now. But there's a new 52 Swamp Thing is going for £360 on eBay. Is it that good?
I don't know.
Must be a very limited.
360.
I don't know. I read some of it. Okay. Oh, the horror elements. That's what I was gonna say. That's one of the good things about it. Yeah, you know, like obviously because it's on Amazon Prime, I didn't get to check the rating of it, but the horror elements in it are worked in very, very well. Like I remember when it was going back in the beginning, they were saying, "Oh, James Wan's working on it, and they're gonna put all of this stuff into it." It's there, bruv. It's there. Like they do it quite well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Wasn't the trailers good? Like he had that horror element. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
I
feel
think
like
the trailer
we
Yeah, and that's in
kind
the
of
show.
touched
It's
it.
in the show. It's in the show. But
Okay.
then I also think about the sustainability of the horror element. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of the horror elements that I've been seeing around are built around the Swamp Thing, like himself and what's going on with the greenery, with the greenery. But I feel like by episode 6, it might get boring. That part of it, or do they introduce new horror elements? Like, are the villains then become scary? Because the villain they've got now, yeah, man ain't scared of him, innit? Like, it's weird. It's just weird, innit? But yeah, I'm gonna keep watching. I think because the show got cancelled, I might just force it to the end of the season, regardless of whether I'm liking it or hating it, just
Yeah.
because, just to see why.
Did we talk about this? That the show got cancelled.
I think we briefly touched upon it that it's as soon as episode 1
Came out. It got
Yeah.
announced that the show was cancelled.
yeah, so it wasn't
Wow.
renewed for 2nd season.
Really? God.
But
damn.
they finished the whole thing already, which is just insane.
Yeah, and we're second-class citizens, so most of the viewers might have already watched the whole season of Swamp Thing.
Well, the first
already.
episode came in 31st of May,
Yeah, I know.
and we just got it like this week.
Yeah,
Mad thing.
the whole season's out in America, but we just got it now. Yeah, so
And that magical service only in the US.
yeah. So there's that, man. So that's what I've been watching. I started watching OJ. What's that? The show, the story of OJ.
Yeah, is that with
Cuban Good. Yeah, Cuban Gooding
yeah,
Jr.
I saw that a few years ago.
It's been out for time, innit? But man just jumped on the first episode of that. It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright, man.
It's alright.
Man, too crazy.
Hilarious.
Sam, what you watching, man?
So I'm watching. I'm finally at very good parts of Demon Slayer. I gotta admit, man, for me it's a very slow
I didn't feel like that, you know.
beginning.
I didn't feel like that.
Obviously for me, like Naruto's always in my top 3 animes. Yeah? So I always like the ensemble of characters in an anime, innit? So with Demon Slayer, like the way I didn't like the way you would meet someone, or Tanjiro would meet someone, and then we had 2-3 episodes, then he'll meet someone new, 2-3 episodes, and now he's only at the part. I think I'm on like episode 14, where now he's kind of got his group that you see in the intros and that.
See, I felt with that, I also felt that was a bit weird because I was like, at some point I was thinking, are we just gonna bring these guys in and kind of go away?
Exactly.
But there is a reason for it,
Okay.
and because the whole way the whole thing is set up, it's recruitment, right? And that's where it starts. Like everybody being in the recruitment, everybody starting off at the mountain and surviving. So and then you also have the aspect of him and his sister.
Yeah.
So you got him and his sister. You got him and the other kids coming through as well, the ranks.
Yeah.
You said episode 14.
Yeah.
What's in that episode? Who have you met?
We met the bald guy that looks feminine. That just cracked me the hell up.
Who?
The bald dude. Like, he's got some neck flexibility or whatever. He's got the 2 blades.
Oh,
Man,
with
super
the-
weird. He just wants to beat everyone up.
Yeah, I love that guy. I love that guy.
I've never met such a character. I do like him. Obviously, you got the lightning dude who, if he gets too scared and spooked, he goes to sleep and he's in a
Drunken Master Team. Master
That's
Team.
sick as well. That's what I mean. Like, it took too long to get here, man. Like, what the
Because-
hell? No, I'm not happy about that at all.
I was okay with it.
The build up was a bit slow. Like I said, like other animes, to get into it about 5 episodes in. This one's a bit, but it's there now. That's what I gotta say. It's there. So I'm gonna try and finish it.
Yeah.
Obviously, watching Top Boy. I don't think I'm watching any other seasons, but in between the last podcast and now, I've watched Rambo. Have you guys watched that yet?
Nah. What, the
New one.
movie?
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't.
Are you doing a review of that? Or can I just spill right now?
No, we are doing a review for that because I'm a big Rambo person.
I can't wait for you to watch it.
I'm the Sylvester Stallone guy here.
Okay, cool. All right.
Some
So,
people lean towards Arnie. Some people lean towards Van Damme.
yeah, put out a movie in a minute, actually. What's
Van
going on? Yeah, man.
I think he's got like a
TV show,
I know
maybe?
he's got the. I think his prime.
Yeah.
That prime stuff, but I've never touched it.
Same here.
But
Probably going to leave it at that as well. Because,
Yeah.
talking about Arnie, the other night, obviously, Mortal Kombat, they're dropping the T800 today, actually. I watched Terminator Genisys. Biggest mistake of my life. Holy smokes.
Why would you watch that?
Like I said, just hype. I was going through Netflix.
Wait, come no.
Going through Netflix.
Run that thing back, fam. The hype
For
for
T800 coming
the
back in my life.
DLC character
Yes.
made you want to watch Terminator Genisys.
Just the unseen chapter of Terminator. And it should really be the unseen and unrecorded chapter of Terminator forever. Don't ever watch this
movie is that
movie. Terminator, they call it Genesis, but if you spell it another way, it's really Genisys.
It's Genesis, fam. I don't know where Genesis comes from.
Mate,
You see the way it's spelled?
he's talking about the actual word. Sam's talking about the name of the movie. The movie's called Genisys.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I've seen Terminator movies like since the first after the first and second gets blurry for me. I just remember scenes. I can tell you like parts of it, and then you can tell me okay what movie is which.
I don't know what they were thinking with this. They literally ran out of ideas. Are we doing a review on this?
Of Genisys?
Mhm.
Hell no.
Good, because they literally they bought the T800 back. They bought the liquid metal one back. They bought a new one.
Why are we talking about this?
Because this is hilarious. Like, I don't know. What were they thinking? I'm waiting for Dark Fate now. But Dark Fate has to do everything in life because
bruv,
I don't know what someone put in the storyboard for this nonsense. Someone just got nostalgia and was like, bleh.
I want to see. I'm trying to see the video, see if I can pick up which one.
In the trailer, which is also funny, they spoil who John Connor becomes, which also doesn't make any sense.
fam, the movie's just garbage, bruv.
Yes.
From beginning to end, start to finish, the ideas, everything they do, John Connor becoming a Terminator himself and working for, like, bruv, what? What, bruv, you're trying to trigger me,
I think
bruv.
this is the one I
listen to it.
missed.
Bruv,
Good. It should be missed. It doesn't exist.
the movie's garbage,
Yeah,
bruv.
this is the one I missed.
The movie's
And
just
even the way they're trying to have all time travel. Holy smokes. They must have been on something.
just, bruv, why are we
And
here?
then, this is what I watched. And my last one is Joker, which also we're going to have a review on. So I won't say anything
Yeah, it's a big,
else. I watched.
it's a big Joker show, isn't it? So don't worry about them things there. You get me? Don't worry about them things there. You'll get to talk about Joker. Little.
So yeah, that's what I've watched.
That's what you've watched. All right, cool. So let's get to what have we been playing? Let's start with myself. I've been playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Since the last podcast, I platinumed Control. Shout out to man like Harry, who I sent my Control game to, and I also sent it my Days Gone. Guys, listen, what a new thing that's going to be happening around here when we complete our games. We're going to be sending them out to Patreons, innit? So if you're a Patreon and you've got a game that you've seen us stream and you like it, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe slide us a message, say something, and you might get that game sent to you. But the games are going out. That's happening.
Unless you're Raven, who
Raven never finishes games, so there's no chance of a Patreon winning the game that Raven's got. So there's that hope.
Story.
Just hope that I finish my games because Sam doesn't complete games either. He still hasn't played Watch Dogs 1. That's been on his shelf since 2014.
Backlog team.
But yeah, so there's that. So I've been playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I've been playing it for about the main game about 6 hours. I want to say. I think I've done a couple streams with it. Yeah. Don't know what to say about the game. Like,
What game?
Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Like, the game's cool. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's as far as man can really go. Like, it's not. I don't have the excitement for it that I did with Wildlands. Like, obviously, I loved Wildlands. I got onto that game 2 years late, and maybe that's one of the things that played an advantage for me because obviously when Wildlands came out, it got lots of negative, you know what I'm saying, stuff coming out about it. But the game progressively got better. Do you know what I'm saying?
They fixed it as they went along.
Yeah, they fixed parts of it and it became a good game with a good fan base. And now Breakpoint has come out and it's cool. Like, I don't like the whole looting system and stuff like that. But obviously, me and Sam have streamed the game together and I make a point of I am not looting. Like, I'm not going out of my way to loot stuff.
Yeah, we kind of had this conversation yesterday.
I made that decision and I feel like it's just better for me when I play it that way. I don't understand why they put the loot system in the game, but that's cool. Whatever, it's in there.
I do.
Well, okay, obviously I do know why they put it in there,
Okay, cool.
but I'm just gonna ignore that part of it and keep playing. Other than that, like just the basic gameplay, it's alright, man. It's alright. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not loving it. I don't hate it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just cool, but it's one of these games that is always best with when you play with a group of friends and your team. Do you know what? I'm watching a YouTube video the other day, and this dude's talking about games, and he's like, I can't even remember who it was, but it was like, if you only enjoy a game when you're playing it with your friends, it's because your friends are fun. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was like,
sounds like the Cybernerds.
I was like, raw, that's mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just that whole concept. Not to say that the game's not fun without my friends, but I don't think I've actually played. I haven't played on my own yet. Wait, when you came on the stream,
you wasn't in the mission or no?
Yeah, I wasn't in the mission. Yeah, I think I was just going through my menus and customization. So I actually haven't ventured out and played on my own. There are still mad glitches in the game, but I'm sure they're going to get patched up soon. But yeah, other than that, it's just cool, man.
I feel like I got sold a dream with this game. And it's not that it's your fault because you guys had so much fun playing, is it Wildlands?
Wildlands.
And then I was really looking forward to it because obviously, like, the best times I have fun playing is when I'm with you lot and the patrons. And then it was just like, and this started with the whole beta thing. I was like there were certain things that I wasn't used to it. Like, I found it weird. But I also thought, like, maybe it's just you, Raven, because you don't play as many games and this is the first time you're playing this type of game. And then yesterday was playing and I was like, nah.
Who did you play with yesterday?
Sam and Harry. And then he was just like, yeah, it's weird. It just feels so incomplete. There's weird stuff like customizations and the whole thing you mentioned about looting boxes. At some point, I was like, what is the point us running around? Remember, I said that and you was like, yeah, that's why Joe said he's going to stop doing it. I was like, yeah, what's the whole point of this? And yeah, so I'm pretty much leaning towards that. I'm not touching this game again because probably rather play a different game with you lot. And it just feels repetitive. Like, there's nothing. And we're trying to be stealth. Not at one point.
Mad difficult.
We was like, mate.
It's mad difficult. No, the game to do stealth is mad difficult.
It's ridiculous, to be honest. Like, and then they got stuff around that is hard for you to go on stealth. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just not enjoying the game.
I think for me, like, I'm going for the platinum anyway. You get me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think for me, when it comes to the game, it's like, I think it's fine when you get to those. Like, let's say we've got infiltrate a building. Do you know what I'm saying? And me and Sam was doing it, and we kept on getting like clocked or suspected by drones and stuff like that. I feel like that's just us adjusting to the new game, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you go in, and this is I think what the issue was for me coming into the game, and why my expectations now have like dropped heavily. Because if I go in thinking like, oh, this is gonna be like Wildlands, then I'm gonna. No, it's not. It's not like Wildlands at all. It's a whole different game, innit? So maybe we're not at the maybe my character's not at the level to have the abilities to deal with those scenarios. You get what I'm saying? Like think about that time we rode up on a building. There was a big drone outside. It started shooting us. Like, but the next time we came up, we used the EMP. Blah 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 blah. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like for me, it's just about giving it more time with learning the game and all that other stuff. Because I don't think the game's. I really don't think the game's terrible. It's just not great. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool.
Nah, I mean, I guess expectation does play a big part on this because I want to have as much fun as you guys were having in the previous game. And this is what we was talking about yesterday. It's like, why am I not having as much fun as you guys were having last time? Because like last time I sat on the outside looking in. Yeah. No, I want to be part of that. And then we finally get this game. It's like, well, this is not that. So I guess that kind of like does weigh quite a bit on my experience with this game.
Yeah, I think that what you're specifically talking about that team dynamic with 4 friends, I still think that's in the game. Because when me and Sam was playing, bruv.
Yeah, but I think that's us.
It was
fun.
fun.
That's us, because we still had fun.
Yeah, we still had fun, but like, especially the part where we eventually had to go through the whole compound and stuff, and I blew myself out.
It was a madness. Like, we still had fun, bro. I think that's us, innit? But it's that thing you were saying at the beginning is like, if you like playing these games, like, it's mainly because like your friends and stuff like that. So,
but then that I was like, if you have to buy a game to play with your friends to make it fun, I don't feel like that's not an incentive, but like, how does that work for a game? Well, that's what I mean. Like, even for me, I still say Wildlands by itself for me is boring.
I mean, I can't play Wildlands.
I don't agree with you at all. And I think Wildlands, I had some of the best time playing actually on my own with the AI team, which I don't understand why there's no AI team in Breakpoint. I think that is a major issue. So
in Wildlands,
you have 3 members of your team that you can control, and like
because we saw that in the video.
Yes. So, but then in Breakpoint you don't have that. So like I said, I still haven't played it on my own. But now I'm gonna imagine me being on my own in the game is gonna be so much boring as you were saying Wildlands was. But when I loved having an AI team. Having an AI team just took me back to Ghost Recon, Future Soldier, when you had an AI team and you control them. I love that kind of stuff. So
I wonder if you can make the goats part of your team.
Allow it.
There's mad goats in there, fam. Bare goats and nothing else around, fam.
Use distraction, something like that.
I mean, he said he had AI in the last one, so in this one you ain't got that, but you got a bunch of goats. There's bare goats around, It's mad.
More than people.
Yeah, I like the skill tree though. They improved the skill tree. There's a couple of things in there that, like, if they had focused on more, that I think the game could have been received better initially. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna skip the whole talk about all the whole loot boxes that they put in the game to begin with and then remove. Because everyone's talking about like it happened. They started the game with it and they took it out. Get me? Maybe they'll come back.
I'm only asking because I didn't know. I don't.
So when
the news like that.
Yeah, when the game got released, like on the day, or I think with the people who had pre-ordered the game, the exclusive, it had like lots of like loot boxes, pay to win stuff in it, and then people uproared and then they took it all out and said it was a mistake. But get me?
Well, at least they took it out.
Yeah,
sweet.
It's cool, man. But anyway, yeah. So, Sam, what you been playing?
I'm
gonna be on Breakpoint until my next big drop comes. I think it's at the end of the month. Call
big 3 words.
Out, so.
Yep.
Get me?
All right, cool. So yeah.
Wait. Do you think I can platinum Breakpoint between now and then?
I think that is absolutely possible. How often you play a week? Like 3-4 times a week?
Maybe 3 times a week.
Yeah. I think that's doable.
I was gonna see if I could sucker anyone into a bet.
What's the trophy looking like? Is it all right?
The trophy list. I haven't gone through the whole trophy list, but
surprisingly.
I mean, I don't always go through like when I first get a game, I don't.
But you was talking about it last time we were streaming.
Yeah, because we were talking about a specific trophy that I had seen. Like I had brushed through it. Like I looked at the trophy list and something stood out in my mind, and it was just a sniper one. Like,
okay.
And that's why we was getting it wrong because I hadn't looked at the trophy list properly. I just saw shoot two people, enemies within 5 seconds with a sniper from. So I ran around. We spent an hour in the stream trying to do that. Then I had to actually go and look at the trophy list, and it said shoot 2 people within 3 seconds from 200 meters away.
That's a lot of requirements.
Which is a lot of requirements.
That's
fam.
bad.
But you get me. I'm all about that still. So yeah.
So 200 meters.
200 meters.
And then
two
like,
headshots.
Yes.
3 seconds.
like
Yeah.
bang, bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be end game gear stuff. Surely.
I don't think so.
I'm a nice sniper.
Because
I'm nice.
do you know why? Because yesterday, no, we did that yesterday.
No,
Did you get the trophy?
The trophy
though?
didn't-
Not me.
the trophy
Like,
didn't
but
pop
we
me.
shot 2 people within that time because a lot of times guys walk one next to the other.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So as soon as you shoot someone else right next to someone, they get scared and their heads like this.
No, they didn't do
From
that.
200 meters, they are
No,
a P,
Sam, the
fam.
guy just stood still. He just went, "Doot," and he just stood there. So I don't think it's crazy.
It's crazy.
We actually did that a few times,
200 meters.
especially me and Harry.
200 meters though.
Okay, well maybe this
Yeah,
is,
the
but at
distance is
least
mad.
the whole thing of 2 guys,
Mate.
a lot of times they're together.
Bruv, shooting 2 men in the head, boom, boom, in 3 seconds at 200 meters is very different, fam. I'm just saying.
Oh,
It's
I
very
know.
different.
Crazy. It's
I was
crazy.
just saying it's different. Get me?
Alright, cool.
But I'm the nicest sniper out there, innit? So I'm going to do it. And I'm also looking for Ghost Recon Breakpoint sniper challenges, innit? So send them to me on Discord. We've got a chat just for Ghost Recon, innit? So just put all the little sniper challenges in there. 500 meters with a 50 cal, all of that kind of stuff. Through 4 items, two birds with 1 stone, all of it. I'm taking all challenges, you get me?
Is that even possible in the game?
I don't know. Because obviously you saw me try
Yeah.
it and it didn't
Into
look like
one
it
man's
worked. But we'll see, bruv.
But they also need to fix the whole shooting thing as well.
What's that with
The mechanics or whatever. A lot of times you're shooting and the computer's just doing whatever he wants to do. So they need to fix that.
Yeah, it's
In-game
got
stuff.
bugs. It's got bugs. Needs to
In-game
get fixed.
stuff.
But it's all mad.
even trophy collecting as well? I am scared to death to get trophies on this game.
Yeah, but it's too late now, isn't it? I already popped a trophy, so I was
Man's
like,
already
well, I'm
popped
going in.
trophies.
Yeah, I mean, like when you get a trophy, the game's like,
Oh, the
Thinking
game
about
freezes,
it.
yeah, for like 30
oh
seconds.
yeah, you got a trophy. I'm sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah. Trophy.
Come
All
like
yours.
is it Dory from
Yeah.
Nemo?
Just freeze.
Mad.
It's actually mad. Yeah, but other than Breakpoint, I've been playing Monster Hunter. Like, so there's an expansion called Iceborne, yeah. And I was just thinking, this is just new monsters. Obviously, a bit more difficult, rare. They have literally peppered up the whole game again. What kind of expansion have you seen that they revitalized not only the old game that you've been playing, but the new one? None. You know why? Because I don't know how these guys did it. So you go face an old monster, yeah. So there's a new place called Master Rank, yeah. So you can face these old monsters that you've been facing, these new monsters. You get whole new armor sets. The designs on them are very, very sick, like anime style, samurai style, all those kind of things, yeah. These monsters. So imagine you face, let's say like a chicken. I'm just gonna like make it very basic for you.
Because they have giant chickens there.
They actually do.
I know, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah. So there's a chicken, yeah.
I've been watching your streams.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed them. Hope you guys enjoyed them too. Safe. So there's a chicken. It has the basics moves. You'll get like a rock, try and smash you over the head with it, and just basically peck. In the expansion,
This is the game your boy likes, you know.
this
Smart.
game's just sick though. This
You know what?
game's
I
just
feel
sick.
bad for empowering him for getting him the DLC.
Thank
so,
you.
So a man to be here talking to us
Thank
about
you, it's sick.
chickens pecking and stuff like that.
I had to put it basic. I had to put it basic. But then that thing will get a bomb now and throw at you and stuff like that. Like its moveset is all varied up. Even the what's the other call it? There's like a dragon, the staple of Mortal Kombat called Rathalos. So before you just used to fly, shoot one fireball, and just try and like get its talons and basically try and poison you. Not anymore. This thing shoots 3 fireballs. This thing will get its talons, grab you, do some somersault thing, and then try and like.
A chicken doing the somersault.
No, this one's a dragon. This one's a wyvern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, like fire breathing mofos. You know, those crazy ones out there. Yeah, that's what this one is. I'm like, how? Like, I mastered you back in this game, and now you've got like a whole new moveset. Your health's increased, and even then, I used to like solo these monsters as well. Nah, not anymore. Not anymore. These things take about, if you're not prepared, takes about like almost an hour to beat one monster.
Well, I guess that's why it's the master bit, isn't it?
So yeah, man, Capcom, hats off to you for doing that. I didn't think they would do much, but that was and even the story is still basic. These guys are terraforming the new world. We got to take them out. Blah 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 blah. And then you just face all these new like elder dragons and stuff. I'm like, even the designs. I think they bring back some old monsters from You played the PSP one.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they brought back some old ones from there. You remember Tigrex?
I don't remember none of the names of none of the monsters.
That's a shame. So they brought back some old ones, and yeah, some new ones as well. I'm like, yeah.
All right, so
Expansion.
are you gonna platinum Monster Hunter?
No, because
Not even a base game.
No.
Why?
One main reason. So they want you to go through every single monster, and there's a trophy that says get a two trophies. Get a gold crown, which is like for the smallest monster you find and the biggest monster you find. And I've seen people play this game for like 700 hours, 1,000 hours, and still not get that trophy. I'm not gonna be out here for 1,000 hours plus hunting the same monster, no matter how fun it is, hunting the same monster to try and get these crowns. No way.
All right, cool.
That won't be fun anymore. That won't be
If
fun.
you've put 1,000 hours
They love
into a
the
game
game, yeah.
and you haven't platinumed it, fam.
But that's the
allow
thing.
it.
Some people don't actually go for that kind of. They just play the game with friends and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'm
there's
not.
that as
Yeah,
well.
I'm not co-signing what Raven just said. Like,
That's-
sometimes you
that's-
just like. There's some people who play 1,000 hours in a game and they don't even know. Like, there's people who are battered up Sims, 1,000 hours on Sims, easy. That don't even have platinums.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
because you're playing. Because that's like.
That's what it feels
Is
like.
that what it is
That's
like?
what something it
Oh,
feels
No,
okay.
but that's what it's like. That's what it's like for them kind of games. You get me? Platinums have made in a very specific way that makes you have to do certain things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so some people will naturally never get them because that's just not how they play. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that was one of my biggest drawbacks with platinums in the whole thing. Because like sometimes it's like it like kind of makes you do stuff you wouldn't naturally do or you don't want to do.
And that's
But
where I'm coming from. Like, fam, I already hate when I have to grind for something. Like,
You don't have
I
to.
enjoyed the whole game,
Mm.
but then it's like, okay, but I want to platinum this game, and you kind of have to like. I think the only one that kind of really didn't force me like that was God of War. Even though the labyrinth bit was mad, like, that was mad, you know. But it wasn't crazy like the other ones. I felt like, okay, like I'm just here for the.
Combat was so sick. You just felt like you was just out here just being Kratos, isn't it?
I think the best feeling is when you platinum a game and you still want to play it. Get me? I think that's the best feeling. I think I had that feeling with God of War, but then I didn't because they didn't give me a new game plus trophy. They did increase the difficulty, but it's not a trophy for completing a game on a new difficulty or a trophy for completing new game plus on a new difficulty. So I don't know why you man did that. You get me? Like, that affects nobody. That's not DLC in it. That's just extra trophies to say, all right, Raven got a platinum, but I 100%ed it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that just separates the platinumers and the elite, man. You get me? We need that barrier without paid DLC in it.
Oh, I don't know. But that's the thing. That's also on that kind of thing. There are the companies out there that would give you the platinum, and then with paid DLC, like, all right, now you ain't got 100% anymore.
See, and this is what I'm saying.
I hate that. I want to take away your 100%, but you can keep your platinum though. But little Jimmy over here, he's got 100.
I think the thing about that, is I'm not 100% against it, but it depends on the game. It depends on the DLC, bruv. Like, if your DLC is dead, bruv. Like, if your DLC is some 2 hour off, do you know what? Yeah, my favorite game, Arkham Knight. Yeah,
Right.
I got got the season pass DLC. Get me, pay for it. Don't care what was on it. I'm buying it. I don't care if it's just nothing. If it's just empty. If there's nothing there, I'm still buying it. Yeah, but the story DLCs they gave us, they give you a Nightwing one, a Harley Quinn one, Batgirl. No, not the Batgirl one. The Batgirl one was legit. But all the other character ones are dead, bruv. You can like run through them in like 30 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so if they adds a little bit of story. Alright, you're Red Hood. Someone's stolen your money. You're going after him. Combat sick, obviously in a game because they add that new stuff. Red Hood uses guns and that. But let me get to my point. Them DLCs, I don't think on another game would be worth it. Like, I'm paying like whatever £10 a pack, and I'm getting like, they'll say 2 hours in it, but you'll get through it in 30 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? Of gameplay. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's dead.
And then give you an hour and a half of just footage.
Yeah, fam. So something like that. You get me? On a couple Sims.
Listen, man, I
think that's dead, yeah. But then there are some
crime.
games, bruv, there are some games that put their whole heart into DLC, fam. Like, even I would say Lost Legacy. Like, Lost Legacy started off as DLC in it. And then it was like, oh, no, we've got to make this whole game. Its own game. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's even what happened with First Light.
Yeah, yeah.
First Light was
Right.
DLC and was like, oh, we got to make it its own game. Like they're like special circumstances, but what you're saying with the Monster Hunter sounds like DLC worth buying.
Fam.
When I hear about the Watcher DLC,
Yeah,
when I'm
same
like,
thing.
they made a brand new game, another 200 hours, and they gave it on DLC, and I'm playing my games like, man, just spend £30 on some 30-minute DLC, bruv. Heated, bruv. Bruv, come on, man. And then the next DLCs where it's like, they made the game with it, and it was just like, no, we're just going to section this part off, and then release that to you in a year. Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that. Get me? Don't. Just allow it, bruv. Just allow it.
And even with Monster Hunter, their trophy, there's 2. So there's 2 platinums now. It's a whole different game. And even then, you can go back.
Wait. There's legitly 2 platinums.
Yes. So there's World and then there's Iceborne. Mad thing.
That makes me feel too. That makes me feel happy.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I'll never play Monster Hunter.
Oh,
So
that's a shame.
get me. It's peak. Raven, what you playing? Have we asked you already? What you playing? You kind of touched on everything.
Yeah, we pretty much touched on everything. Obviously, since the last podcast, we kind of had the Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That was pretty good, man.
And then we went back to
That was pretty
remastered.
good. And then we went back to remastered. Like, it's not as much fun as
Yeah,
the new one.
There's no going back.
You know what I'm saying?
No going back.
But I'll probably still play remastered
Nah.
instead of Breakpoint. Yeah. Just saying. I have more fun
Instead
on
of
that one.
Breakpoint?
Yeah, because I have more fun on that one than the other one. So
That's calm.
but yeah, but I've gone back to, so this weekend I just spent some time with Zelda. I didn't play for like 3 months. I didn't touch my Switch for 3 months. So kind of being away.
Adults are dead.
Was that?
Nothing.
I actually didn't hear you.
Yeah. Nothing.
So pagan, bro. So that's pretty much it, man. Just spend some time, and I kind of like, I'm into it again. So I'll be spending some time with it and kind of just finishing off. But I don't want to finish the last, because I'm on the last mission. I've been on the last mission for time, but then I've just been doing the other stuff around the world.
Oh, okay, yeah. Quite big.
So that's pretty much what I did this weekend. Just finishing some quests and stuff like that. But on doing that, and I'm glad I didn't finish off the whole thing, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that I still don't have.
With Zelda?
Yeah. So like, for example, I think I've got like 8 slots for the weapons, or maybe less, maybe 6. I'm pretty sure I can get like 12 slots.
You got the Master Sword yet?
Yeah, I got the Master Sword. But then like, how did I get that? But I still got to fill in this whole stuff. But then I found out I actually do have the thing. I just have to go on a quest to kind of like unlock each. So basically, there's this like these chestnuts, gold nuts, and I've got like almost 90 of them. So all this time I was like, I know this is for something, because I've been collecting. And obviously, they wouldn't put this here for no reason. So I kind of just find out that it's to kind of like unlock stuff. So yeah, man. And then there is this dragon thing that's always around. I'm pretty sure I got to do something with that guy too.
Or Ganon?
No, it's not Ganon.
Oh, okay.
It's not Ganon. I've got all 4 of them though. I unlocked all 4 of them. So but there's this dragon, like I see him just flying around, and it's got like electricity. So I'm pretty sure I got to do something with that.
Is it Shenron?
I don't know his name, fam.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna start with Sam when it comes to what are you reading.
It's gonna be real quick.
All right.
He don't read nothing, bro. He can't even read, fam. Look at him.
Yeah.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
That's why. Why do you think you don't read every month? Man's in
no.
here, man. Ask him, Sam, what you reading? Yeah,
Kids
hentai.
stay in school. Some adults need
visuals,
to stay in school.
No subtitles. All mental. No memory. I'm not reading anything.
All right, cool. All right. I'm glad.
That's your boy, you know. That's your boy. That's mad.
Pass your GCSEs. Get those triple A's, yo.
That's mad.
Raven, I guess this is gonna be
Just me. Oh, Sam, why you like this, fam?
I wish I knew.
Fam, when you thought like since last podcast that you'd have picked up science, so at least you can add some weight into this conversation, like this free weighting.
I want. Okay, what's the things I want to actually read and finish? I want the that new Immortal Hulk to finish. That's probably not going to finish. It started in 2018. I want to get at least a good amount of number with that.
What's that?
Immortal Hulk.
Okay.
Yeah, the new Hulk. That's kind of a throwback.
But that started last year.
Yeah, last year. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you got quite a lot.
Pretty sure it's back.
So how much more do you want?
20 more. Anyway, yeah. So there's that. There's Absolute Carnage.
I'm reading that.
Oh, you know, don't say anything.
Absolute Carnage, yeah?
Absolute Carnage.
Yeah.
And the spin-offs as well. Mad spin-offs.
Yeah, there's spin-offs. There's the Miles, Miles spin-offs, and then there's other ones, but I'm not
Amazing
touching those. I'm
spin-off.
staying away
That's
from.
what I mean.
That's how they get you.
Exactly.
That's how they get you. I'm
Go with
staying
your favourite.
focused this time around.
Go with
Yeah,
your
'cause
favourite.
you man finessed me in the previous years. I'm focused. You can't get me like that anymore.
And then as soon as I think you're reading this as well, as soon as Powers and House is done, I'm picking them up too.
Bro, pick them up now. Because
'Cause
I'm pretty
done.
sure one's done. One's got done last week.
And
So I'm
then
pretty
this
sure
one,
this week
That's it.
it's done. So you might as well just pick up the whole thing.
Next podcast.
Raven, what are you reading?
Why did he just? do
Raven,
that,
what are you
fam?
reading?
Like,
Raven, I can't deal with this guy today. It's too much.
So just finished Powers of X. I still got one more issue of House of X, or is it the other way around? Doesn't matter.
No spoilers, please. No
Yeah, I was
spoilers.
about to say, no spoilers, no spoilers. I heard this is what X-Men need.
Take the wheel. Just do it. Do it. It's fun. I don't know. I'm amazed. I'm shocked. I'm stunned. I'm a kid again. You know. I don't think. All I gotta say, Xavier and Magneto, the greatest.
Is it?
The greatest. Even though I'm Team Magneto, I still. So I'm on Shazam as well.
What are you up to now? What's the?
I'm on issue. I just finished issue 3,
Okay.
and so not what I quite expected, but I understand because that's exactly what I spoke about previous years when we had this whole Shazam movie coming out, and my argument was always that we do need the Shazam movie, whether it's good or not, because it will just bring a new energy in to developed his story, because that's something that I always felt that, okay, there's nothing past Black Adam, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, and the magic realm. So now they're diving more into that, but then again, what they did of the back strength of the movie is that now all the kids have powers, so it's not just him, it's with the kids, which is pretty cool, which is cool. But again, I'm at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? So we're like, it's not as dark, but we're in the magic realm and stuff like that. So pretty decent. And come on, Geoff Johns is the one behind that. So come on, you know,
Is he?
You know, you're gonna like at some point he's gonna get like madness in it. It's madness. So I'm not gonna say more in case you guys later on wanna pick it up or not. What else?
I just want to say before you move on, the Shazam movie sucks. But carry on.
Oh yeah, I actually liked it, but even though I don't have it.
That speaks for itself. That speaks for itself.
There's
Do your thing. Do your thing. Do you own Wonder Woman?
Yeah, I do. I do, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Wait, no. Wait.
But in my defense, I haven't bought like Blu-rays in a minute now because that's my budget was done for the year. Like I kind of blew that up, so I haven't actually. It's not like I've gone in and bought other movies since they've been out. So you can't really say, oh, because you got Wonder Woman, you didn't get it. No,
but
I just didn't buy movies.
I'm just
I haven't
asking.
bought movies.
I'm just asking.
I haven't bought movies
Alright.
for a few months now, actually. For
Alright.
more than 7 months.
All right. So do you plan on buying a Shazam Blu-ray?
At some point, yeah, I'll get it.
At some
I'll
point.
get it. I didn't have a major issue with it. I kind of understood
Besides
what
it
they
being
went
good.
with, and I was happy with the movie.
He was
so.
busking.
That's his whole argument. Like every time you mention these movies, it's like it was busking.
Well,
Like
the same
like,
way whenever someone brings up Batman vs Superman, motherfucker! Because there's certain parts in movies you will never get over or past. I will never get past Shazam busking, shooting lightning bolts out of his fingers for dollars and cents.
Listen,
The superhero stripper.
listen. I'm done with this
No,
guy.
I'm done with Shazam.
I'm done with this guy.
I'm glad you got new comics out of it though, and new merch.
But that's exactly what
you did.
my argument was.
That was one of your things, one of your big staples, and I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
fam.
I'm happy
But that
too.
movie is garbage.
I'm actually came out on the winning side because I always said even if the movie sucks, as long as I get these things, I'll be happy.
Yeah, but the movie's good. You like the movie though, innit?
And I like the movie,
you're a winner
and
all round.
yeah, that's what I said.
You're a
I
winner.
won all the way around. And then I'm finishing off Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith.
Lord of the Sith.
Yeah.
Started.
So this is no. It's actually finished the run, and I picked it up when it first came out, and I was up to date with it, and then I kind of fell off the comics for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, and and it's nice going back to it because that's the thing about the beauty of Star Wars, fam, especially with the Sith, not that Jedi nonsense, fam. You can't learn from that, bro. You just know nothing. Just, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's just plugging me in different, and it kind of gave me like an idea of what I want to do as well, like some sort of content. So, pretty deep. Anything else I'm reading? Carnage. There's like these other comic books on the side, but those are side things. You know what I'm saying? Those are just side things. Yeah, and then there's the main focuses, and these are the 3 main focuses. But House of X and Powers of X is coming to an end from tomorrow onwards, so I need to pick something up. Forget Batman night last night.
Nope.
No, I need to pick up. I want to pick up something Batman-ish.
Pick up the main story.
Do you know, no. Do you know what you actually need, Raven? Yeah, you need to go back to New 52 and read Detective Comics. Have you ever read Detective Comics?
I picked up about 3 issues of it.
And you didn't like it?
Like, remember, that's the time. That time I was reading like about 10 comics. Remember?
Now, for all of you man out there, yeah. Now I can't talk to the current run of Detective Comics. I don't know where Detective Comics is at today, but the New 52 run of the Detective Comics, I thought was some of the best Batman I've ever read. So, what the Detective Comics did when New 52 launched, yeah, they had like 3 different Batman comic books. So they had Batman, they had Detective Comics, and I had another one. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe it was Batman and Robin, but I'm pretty sure he had another solo one. Yeah, but anyway, Detective Comics focuses on the detective aspect of Batman, fam. So it's Batman, the punching and kicking, but it's very cerebral, fam. It's very detective, like it's detective work, bro. It sounds dumb, innit? But it's detective work, fam. So I think that's probably would be more your interest, Raven. Like you should probably try and dive into that. That comic book's dead.
Don't watch that.
What, this one?
Yeah.
What's that called?
Son of Batman.
Son of Batman. That comic book is a 5-issue run or 3-issue run. That is garbage. You know what happens in the first issue? Nightwing dies. Do you see that picture? See that? No. See that picture of Batman there on the floor? That's Nightwing. That's Nightwing.
Or is that Nightwing took over
as Batman and they kill him in the first issue and they make Damian Batman. It's dead.
that explains.
No. But it is dead. No, it's actually dead. Not just that. Like the stuff that happens is dead. Anyway, so check out Detective Comics. Are you done with what you're reading? Can I go straight into mine?
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm reading. So what I've done is, firstly, I want to do a big shout out to man like Harry. Harry's getting a lot of airtime today, you know. Harry's getting a lot of airtime. So for my birthday, Harry sent me R.I.P. Batman, the graphic novel, and he also sent me Batman Beyond graphic novel. Haven't started reading those yet, but what I did start reading is I went back to the beginning of the New 52, and I know guys are like, oh, Joe, don't talk about the New 52, bruv. The New 52 brought man back.
Yep.
To comic books.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
It brought me back. And
me.
And for the last couple of months, I've been like on a hiatus just because we've been busy, we've been doing too much stuff. But what I decided to do after the last podcast was go back and start reading the New 52 issues again, and I'm going to just read them all the way through till I'm up to date. Like I've got a lot of road trips coming up, I've got a lot of time, so I'm going to be doing that. So what I started reading was Batman. Obviously, with WB sending out all these cryptic messages as well about the Court of Owls, I thought, it's a great time to restart reading that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? And get back into that Court of Owl mindset. All I have to say is, you know Scott Snyder,
What a G.
Scott Snyder, I don't know about this brother, fam. Like, I want to meet this brother. Yo, Scott, sit down for a second. Can we just talk about what's wrong in your mind?
Brian
Fam.
Mazzarello.
Bruv.
Who
Nah.
else?
Him, Bendis, Hickman. There's another dude, fam. The one who used to do The Flash. Brian Bucciolato. Them man, yeah? You man are high level. Sick anyway. So just going back and reading that, bruv. Just the dialogue that's in those old Batman issues, I think so sick. So basically, that's what I'm on. I'm gonna read Batman from New 52 up to date. All of that. I'm jumping deep back on Earth 2, and I'm sorry for what's my man's name who does Earth 2. Oh, this is the worst for me.
Carl Higgins?
No, Carl Higgins does Nightwing and Power Rangers, but there was the dude who did the New 52. I'm so sorry, I can't remember now. I'm gonna get New 52 Earth 2. I'm back on that because I stopped reading that when they got to the part World's End. Do you know what I'm saying? Where everything was converging and there was like 50 tie-ins to keep going and everything. But his first 25 issues of Earth 2 plugged me into alternate universes, and they being like interesting me more than the status quo universe, because on Earth 2 and all these other Earths, these men actually take chances with the story. Things happen. There's characters that are different incarnations. Like on Earth 2, like I don't know, like Green Lantern's gets his power from the Earth, and him and someone have a beef. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all sick in it. So that's where I'm at. I'm rereading my New 52 books, and I'm gonna catch up. And I'm gonna start reading Darth Vader again and do all of that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm on.
To review that.
That's what I'm on.
You need to review that.
That's what I'm on. But guys,
okay.
go on then.
No, I was just gonna mention that kind of like one of the things that I've been doing is developing a new content for my channel, which is like how to draw but with characters that like I kind of like, but then had a spin to it, where it's like I mash two characters up and then kind of have a backstory why I'm mashing them up, so to speak. And this is gonna be like uploaded content. This is something I've been like spending quite a lot of time with as well. So as soon as I get like 10 videos done, then I'll start pumping them out to my channel. And that's something that kind of like taking quite a lot of my time as well, and just trying to put it out. So, something a little different, getting back into arts as well, something I like doing. And it kind of like ties up to this universe that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Like comics and animated stuff. So it's gonna be pretty interesting, man.
Sounds good. Look, guys, jump in the comment section below and let us know what you think, or not what you think, or what you're watching, what you're reading, and what you're playing, and we can engage in that conversation below. And other than that, we're about to go to a break. We'll see you in a second. We are back. All right, now we're going to get back to the first topic of the show. I don't know about the first topic, but it's next topic. All right, this topic is, I feel like since the first podcast, we've been talking about Spider-Man on every show. So it only makes sense that Spider-Man, Tom Holland's movie Spider-Man, is now back in the MCU for at least one movie.
It's a win for us, guys.
But is it though?
Yeah, because I feel at least they get a chance to close the chapter instead of just leaving us hanging, which is what I said last time. It's like we just got left hanging. So at least close that and then be done with it, and then we're good.
So what happens in Spider-Man 3?
One more day.
I don't know.
Peter dies.
He could do.
Like,
I mean,
what?
MCU.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sucked away from the MCU or something. It ends up in Sonyverse.
He falls out of a portal. Madam Web comes and takes him away to the Secret
Spider-Verse.
Wars. Yeah, the Secret Wars Spider-Verse
That's it.
movie with Sony.
Plus, because everybody now knows who he is, kind of like gets a fresh start.
In the Sony verse,
Yeah.
everyone knows who he is.
Well, doesn't though. 'Cause
Or
it's
is that
another
a parallel universe?
Exactly.
Yeah, I
another
think
universe.
that's where we kind of like. At least that's where my mind frame is at.
Just write that whole in. Like, if he's not gonna be around anymore, just suck man into another universe. He's not
Close that
dead.
chapter properly. And I think that's the best thing they could have
I
done.
mean, that
really.
works for the MCU, but how does that work for Sony? Are Sony happy with that?
Yeah, because one, if they can pull this off, it'd be a great movie. Probably the best Spider-Man movie under their belt.
And to reboot,
And to reboot off the strength of that,
you got
I
Venom,
think-
Spider-Verse,
I think that's a good look.
Morbius. He jumps
Bruv,
into
you're
their
saying these
universe now.
movies like they're good, fam. Like,
That's
bruv,
no, that's the
Spider-Verse
universe,
is
though.
good.
Yeah, that's
Venom's trash.
the
Morbius is to be determined. Get me?
that's their universe, though. Isn't it? So
I-
they don't know Spider-Man. That's why it probably was absent in Venom.
Because he wasn't in the universe.
Yes,
But Venom 2 comes out before the next Spider-Man movie.
I don't write these things.
So, and I swear he's already been confirmed to be in Venom 2. So that would debunk both of your guys' theories.
And this is why I should write these things.
Because no, you definitely shouldn't. But
Says the guy doesn't read anything. In
fam,
life,
you can't
It's
read.
mad.
How's he gonna write, fam? It's mad.
Peter went to the park.
Stick man.
It's mad. Do you know what? Yeah, I think obviously I do think it's good that they got to this agreement. Apparently, Tom Holland was instrumental in making phone calls and being overly emotional
Really?
to get them to come back together.
Man's
Oh,
an
come on,
actor.
man.
What do you mean?
He said man's an actor. The reason I say come on is because what did Tom Holland say first? He said I signed up to be Spider-Man to be in Marvel movies. So obviously he's gonna call Sony and be upset. Bruv, he unfollowed him on Instagram.
As well, yeah.
Fam,
doing
obviously
a lot.
bruv, he's a young man, you know. He's a young man. You get me? So, bruv, that doesn't sound crazy to me, fam. Doesn't sound crazy to me at all. Does someone want to do some reading? Does someone want to pepper out the article? Nah.
Since Sam doesn't do much reading, so I guess he's
Yeah, but
the
then
honours.
I'm worried for the viewers to have to.
It's
listen
fine. They're used
Sam's
to it.
reading.
They're used to it.
Alright, go on, Sam. Dive in on this article that we've got brought to us by Metro.
Metro. Oh,
That's what we getting our
What?
sources from now. Metro.
Nah, fam, it's a legitimate one. It's a legitimate one.
I just
legit
thought
one.
we'd go something a bit more.
Kind of booky.
I've actually never read anything in this.
You don't read the
universe.
Metro, so you don't
In
get
Metro.
the train.
Nah, fam.
Now Metro be reporting on
Man-
bare stuff.
man-
Look, they're even reporting on the Joker.
Man,
right
self-employed, bro. I don't take that train anymore, fam.
Here, fam.
Those days are long gone, my G.
Says the
Them
guy.
commuting days, man.
Says the guy who's on the train today.
I mean,
Alright,
that's
yeah,
coming
yeah,
to
live
the
your life,
YouTube
live
space.
your
I mean,
life.
I can't be driving out here. It's mad, bro.
Live your life.
What happened last time?
Live your life. Come on, Sam.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm ready. The Spider-Man fans can rejoice as the third Tom Holland movie will be produced by Marvel. That's right. After we thought the company would be fully losing one of their much beloved characters to Sony, Disney has done and announced the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, that will take the helm. In fact, didn't we have a bet on this?
Did we?
Yeah, in fact, we actually did.
Oh, we did. That bet is solved in
Oh!
like 2 weeks, bro.
Wow!
Wait.
I
What
just
was that?
remembered.
Wait.
We said about
The next time will be.
Oh, it wasn't a bet. It wasn't a bet because we all agreed.
Yeah, we
the
all
same
agreed.
thing. We all agreed that the next time we see Spider-Man.
it'll be
Disney
fully owned.
by Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, so we was all wrong.
Yeah, we're all wrong. Yeah.
Damn it. Wait, someone's got to fact check that.
Bruv, this is in the space of one podcast, fam.
Fam. This is how bets
This-
work,
this-
bruv. There's some bets that will last, that will go on for a universe, for a lifetime, and some will be resolved. I love it. But no, someone's got to fact check that. Jump in the comment section below. Clip the part from the
Previous
the
podcast.
first podcast. Send to us on Twitter so we can resolve this properly. I don't know who. I guess no one wins anything because we all agreed on the same thing, right?
Well, even if you win anything, you don't get anything because certain people at the Cybernerds just don't give you prices. I'm still waiting for mine since 08. Just saying.
Moving on.
Yeah, see that? And moving on.
All right, cool. Sam, you done with the article, yeah?
Yeah, it just says here, it will also be announced that Tom Holland will be appearing as the iconic character in another Marvel hit. However, the team that is remaining tight-lipped over which one exactly. That's crazy. So what? They're trying to say it might be another Marvel appearance or fully fledged. Definitely a fully fledged film.
I mean, yeah, maybe the deal is that a whole movie and then a cameo as well. Because that would make sense. Like, if you do him a whole movie and you don't kill him off at the end of that, you could also just throw him in the next Avengers movie and kill him right at the beginning. And that could be the starting point of that movie. Or something like that. Not that there's no Avengers movie on the slate, but I'm just saying it could be an example of anything. Could be in anything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, man, I think it's cool. Welcome back to the MCU. It'll short-lived your departure. Get me?
What? Then this leads me to the fact, what's it all marketing then?
Bruv, it's negotiation, bruv. We're out here negotiating, fam. Not marketing.
No?
I'll say negotiation. What, the
Night Monkey thing.
The Night Monkey thing.
We had, obviously, the whole explosion of...
They don't need that, bruv.
Huh?
They don't need that marketing, bruv.
They don't need...
For what?
Marketing, like...
How gassed is everyone for this new Spider-Man movie?
Thank you.
The only thing they could have done better was drop the release date as well. If they dropped the release date as well, I'd have been like, yeah, this is 1,000% propaganda. Everything for the last 2 months. They didn't.
Just at the year.
Did they say a year? There's no year. Nah, fam.
It dropped in the slate. I'm about to find a picture.
It didn't, bruv. Make sure that's not photoshopped. You get me? By Jimmy 37. Bruv, come on, man. Yo, shout out to Jimmy 37 if you're out there. Bruv, what?
Can't be saying these things while I'm drinking.
I can't say someone's username.
Nah, fam.
It's mad. What? Jimmy 37's not even a bad username. That's all right, fam.
It's a bad username.
But no, it's cool. That just means there's 36 Jimmys out there before you, mate. Like, that's mad, though. Like, just because if the username was Jimmy 37, I would just not pick it just because I would think, bruv, there's 36 other Jimmys.
Jimmys with anything good.
I'm not. You're taking this too far now.
Just saying.
You're taking this too far.
Is it Jimmy Neutron?
Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah. That show banged.
Yeah, but he was a nutcase, fam. What we talking? Man's had to break his back, you know.
Yes.
Good.
Rumor has it.
Oh, come on. Come on. Mate, no.
Rumor, you know.
I'm going to make up the rumor right now. The movie's coming out in 2022.
Oh, he's close.
Rumor. When?
21.
UK cinemas, July 16th, 2021.
Impossible. 2021.
2021.
Wait, mate, that's possible.
So 2 years after the 2019 film Far From Home.
That's possible. But that's not. No. I'm not believing it anyway.
Okay, cool.
2021. So where would that put it in the slate that they announced?
All right.
Why would they do that?
I'll say maybe it's Sony.
I don't know if the MCU can handle Iron Man dying and then Spider-Man dying like 2 years later, fam.
Yeah, you can.
Probably what they need.
You can.
Nah, fam, it's mad.
That's what you call real world, fam.
Oh my God!
Heroes don't live forever, fam.
No, but Tom Holland.
Yeah, they do.
No, wait. Firstly, yeah.
The comic book movie verse.
Yeah,
yes, they do.
Wait, I'm taking both sides. Firstly, they do. Secondly, even if he dies in the MCU, we know he's gonna survive. Be survived in the Sony verse.
But that's what they do
so
all the time.
Dead.
So they die. They just come back. You know, come like Jesus.
Oh, blasphemy! The Sabiners do not promote
How's it
Raven's
blasphemy?
blasphemy.
They not die and come back.
I'm not involved.
Did Wolverine not die?
I could not confirm.
Is he not in House?
I could not confirm.
In House of X.
I could not.
Jesus out here, bro.
I cannot confirm nor deny anything you're saying is true. Bruv, come on, man. Have you got the info or not? What's going on here?
All right.
Man's out here segueing into everything, fam.
He's trying to spell, fam.
Yeah, I'm trying to read these dates.
Bruv, July is after June,
Go on,
fam.
read these dates, fam.
Right. It's after June. So we got Shang-Chi in Feb 2021. We then have Spring, WandaVision, then Doctor Strange in May, and then I think we got Spider-Man.
That could work. That could work. 2 months after Doctor Strange, though. Do you know the reason I allow them because they had Endgame and they had Endgame and then they had Spider-Man come out 2 months after that. They've also did that with Ant-Man and Infinity War. They also did that with Iron Man and Hulk.
What did Black Panther get?
Black Panther came out in February and something else came out
later, right?
Yeah. But no, man, that's cool, man. That's cool. Anyone else got anything else on this?
Welcome back, man, and do us proud. Waiting for that movie. My favorite Spider-Man.
All right, cool. Now we're gonna get to some fun, innit? Yeah, it's the first time we've done something like this on the podcast, innit?
First time
we've done something like we're about to do on the podcast. Now, obviously, Joker came out a couple weeks ago. Wink, wink. Time travel and all that. So the question has to be asked: Whom is the best Joker in it? I feel like we should just handle this thing right now. Innit? Like, who is the best Joker? Like, obviously, the review's out. You already know what we think. The movie bangs in it. Like, you need it in your life. Some of you actually don't need this movie in your life, but for any of you who can watch a movie and then not act on it as soon as you leave the cinema, you need it in your life. You get me? So, we're gonna be ranking. I feel like I said it's just gonna be ranking our best or worst Jokers, but I know it's just gonna turn into a madness.
Yeah, it's definitely getting turned into a madness.
So I'm just gonna say, yeah. Who is your favorite? Yeah, bro. Who's your best or worst Joker, man? Bro, you man work it out on your own, fam. We've got to start at the bottom of the list, though.
Bottom.
Like, who's the deadest Joker you've ever seen?
See,
fam?
that's. Oh, for me, it has to be the what do you call it? This Lego. Yeah, it's like the kids liked it, but for me, it's like, nah, that's not my Joker.
All right, just before we get into this, let me. So we're talking about all Jokers over video games, movies, and TV shows
And comics.
So Raven is currently talking about the Zach Galifianakis Joker who starred in Batman Lego. That's the worst Joker. There's no Joker worse than him.
That's the thing, because I see some Jokers here, and like Troy Baker's Joker. I don't.
Because you didn't play that game.
I didn't play the game. This one by Kevin Mitchell Richardson.
Fam, just relax.
Don't remember this one.
Now let me dive in on this while
the Batman one.
While we're here. From the show The Batman, yeah. This has got to be my deadest Joker. Like, fam, you never watched the show The Batman?
You must have.
Not that Joker. I've never seen that Joker before.
Fam, this Joker to me, yeah.
Literally a clown.
I don't want to be ripping.
Well, he's
on
a clown.
I don't want to be
Oh, but
ripping.
like-
No, fam. This brother's got dreadlocks, fam. This brother moves mad, fam. Like, the answer's no.
Like a Joker, innit?
Yeah, but
Joker's
fam,
a
the
madman.
thing is, yeah, it is easy. It is easy to say that. Oh yeah, he does this. He's a clown. But bruv, nah, man. There's some things that ain't acceptable in it. I just don't feel that this Joker is like my Joker in it, and like he doesn't like. It's not in. I feel like there's a parallel with most Jokers in it. I don't see the parallel with this Joker in it. I don't see how that there was like, yeah, man, yeah. I don't see that there in it.
Got red eyes.
He was a bit mad, but I really did like that show, The Batman. Get me? The art style was a bit weird, but I thought it was cool. And you can get that suit in Batman Arkham. No, Batman Blackgate on PSP.
Yeah, PSP.
No, PSVR. Yeah, you can get that Batman Beyond Batman skin.
Oh, right.
Game. It's pretty sick. But still, yeah. So I would say for me, that's it. Kevin Michael Richardson. I'm sorry for putting your name out there on something that's negative. You get me? I hope you still love the show, but yeah, I'm not feeling it.
No, I never watched this Batman.
Really?
Never watched this Batman. I know I never watched it because I specifically remember the logo, and I never touched it.
The reason I like that,
And even that, I remember the eyes as well. No, I never touched it. I looked at it, I was like, I've seen bits of it, and I was like, nah, for me.
Animation's not that. I think the worst animation today is
It's the
Batman and Brave and the Bold.
The Brave and the Bold is. I hate that
That's terrible.
animation style.
Yeah. I never
Let me
watched
check
that
which one is it.
But
The Brave, did you say?
The Brave and the Bold. Yeah, so I really from the Batman, I like that style because I like that show because they incorporate the whole Bat family in all the time.
That far.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the Bat family's in it, like, and it touches on all the characters. I really, really like that one. Get me?
This one's definitely for kids though.
It is for kids, but just,
Bro,
bruv,
Batman
say it.
isn't for kids. I was watching Batman when mine was a youth, and they still had the.
Bruv,
I mean, like
the
I
Brave
can't-
and the Bold Batman's terrible, fam.
Yeah, this is bad. Yeah,
the
this
dude's
one,
voice.
This is the one we're killing it last
Yeah,
time.
fam. The dude's voice, all of it is just. I'm not feeling that at all, fam.
Yeah.
It's weird. I feel like they try to go like a throwback to like Adam West and stuff, and I was like, bruv, like kids aren't into that, fam. Like, no.
That could
Don't
be someone's
do that.
introduction into Batman. That's crazy.
I hope it's not. I hope it was no one's. I hope it was no one's.
I'm just
It
saying.
was.
It was, and that's crazy.
World
And
is
that
not,
person
the world is not a nice place.
Yeah, and that person probably hates Batman now. So, there, look what you've done.
I mean, I hate Batman, but I wasn't my introduction to Batman.
Boy, it's mad. All right. So, what, Sam? Who's your bottom of the poll?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I ain't watched Batman Brave and the Bold enough to say of their Joker, which is also on the list. But But then looking at the list as well, it would have to be Kevin. Sorry.
Yes, man. Do you know what's? I'm actually shocked that thingy. What's his face? Cameron Monaghan from Gotham has slid through on no one's worst list, fam.
Well, that's because I haven't watched it.
There you go.
See,
But
I
I did.
far.
But he was the only guy in that show that I liked when I was watching it right at the beginning.
Come
I
on.
liked the way he was moving.
No.
I liked his whole weird, like cringy way. I liked that.
Right.
And
But you never
so
got far enough.
I never
to
got
see him
far.
turn.
I knew he was gonna become.
Course,
He was
yeah.
bait.
Yeah.
But I never.
That scene in the whole when he's getting investigated.
See,
The
no,
one we did.
but
the PlayStation thing.
remember,
the trailer when
guys,
he actually
that's
is.
not actually the Joker. That's Jeremiah. And a new character comes in and becomes this Joker. Do you get me? So
It was
that's,
true, right?
So that scene we saw is not this dude. Do you get what I'm
I
saying?
ain't watched that, but that's why I said like this whole list is a lot of them I can't
Yeah.
say my best, my worst because I don't know you guys.
I'm sorry to do it to you, Cameron, but I'm gonna love you in the Star Wars game. You get me? But here, nah. I feel like he's got.
Did you watch that Joker?
No, I've not seen him, but that's why I think by default he's got to be the worst.
Because you never watched it.
Because all three of us have not. Bruv, man, I love Batman, but I can't even watch that show, fam.
Oh, Batman in the Bold then. That one's on here as well.
I've watched Batman. We've watched Batman and the Bold, though.
But did you see the Joker one?
I've seen the character in the episode, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I haven't.
But I've not watched, like, bruv, I've not watched this. Like, bruv,
Batman fan over here, you know, it's mad.
Jeez.
I don't know, fam. Like, for me, I was just not doing it, fam. It's not doing it. Maybe we're not doing man justice. Maybe we should give man a shot, but by default, you're taking an L to the face, G. Sorry.
I feel that's more like towards the show, but because you're in the show,
Yeah,
by
but like,
default,
bruv, yeah, fam. You get me?
again,
Like,
like,
bruv, it's
by
a team
association,
L. It's a
by
team L.
association. See what happens?
It's a team L. Sometimes you'll have a winner on a losing team, innit? Like, it happens, right? You know what I'm saying? Get me?
Speak.
Keep grinding, man. Keep doing your thing, man. You're the nicest. All right, so who else should we go for out here? I feel like we should just go through this list. Man.
Go on.
All right, cool. So we've covered a couple. I want to talk about Troy Baker's one, innit? Because Raven already kind of touched on it, but
Is this the one I've downloaded that I need
No.
to play? No,
you've not played this. This is
no, the one I downloaded.
No. That's Arkham. That's Arkham Knight.
And
this
this
is from
Arkham
Arkham Origins.
Okay.
Now this is the Batman game that like not enough people played in it, yeah, and that people gave a whole bunch of shit talking to because it wasn't made by Rocksteady. It was made by WB Montreal. But this game is sick, bruv. This game is sick. Troy Baker is also the voice of Joel in The Last of Us and the voice of everything in everything. Like everything cool is Troy Baker. Get me? Shout out to man like Troy Baker.
Yeah,
Friend of the show.
This is his brother.
Friend of the show.
This is his brother
dare
in
I say.
industry.
Huh? Not Nolan North.
Nolan, yeah,
Nolan North.
uncle. That's uncle right there, bro. Have some respect.
That's his brother. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like,
Friends of the show.
Have some respect,
I'm
man.
just saying.
I have never been to a dinner where I've laughed so much with these two
that
guys.
you almost died.
These, literally.
I'm glad you're back though.
I say friends of the show. They won't remember us.
I'm
No, I
pretty
was just
sure.
kidding, I was just
I'm
kidding, I
pretty
was
sure.
just
Remember that guy in Manchester that we got him dying because we were going back to back.
Yeah,
Them two are just the worst, fam.
Raven almost died.
You lot are the worst, fam.
I think one of the things, and do you know what's crazy, Sam? Do you remember we went to Comic Con,
Yes.
MCM Comic Con, and Troy Baker was there, and he did the monologue from the game, and I was just like, "Rah, this dude is sick." Do you know what I'm saying? And this was even before I knew that Troy Baker was in everything I loved. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought his Joker went super hard in the game. I thought it was good as well because he was doing a younger version of the Joker, especially when they've got, I can't remember who
Hamill.
Mark Hamill, yeah. Mark Hamill does all the other Jokers, but he does the younger Joker, and I felt like it fit right in to that universe and was good, man. So I thought he peppered the thing. You get me?
He's definitely one of those people whose voice I've learned to love, like his artwork in it. Like it's just a madness, bro. His voice
Special,
you know what? Yeah, I feel that there is voice actors out there who don't get enough praise, fam. And I feel that I've come to learn that and be aware of that since that time, since we met them. And not just them too, with Uncle Nolan, but like other artists in the industry who are sick with voice and super funny, man. hilarious, man.
It's kind of crazy you said it because, like you're saying, because obviously you don't see the faces, you see the animation.
And that's the problem, yeah.
And then when you go back, you're like, you voiced this character, that one, here, there, and everywhere. That is nuts.
And then a lot of the times, like he said, like he wasn't aware that Baker was in a lot of stuff that he loves. There's a bunch of us out there who's in the same boat.
Same thing with Vanessa Marshall as well.
Yeah.
Mad characters. You wouldn't know because she's so good.
Yeah, man. I mean,
mad.
Peak. All right, what's next?
All right. I want to skip past a couple of. Nah, some of these.
Yo, that's an L already, fam. You're at the bottom of the pit then.
All right. Where would you man rank Mark Hamill's Joker in it? Like, okay, this is too hard to do. We're
too hard.
See,
I would put him just outside top 3.
Just outside top 3.
Wait.
I was gonna say maybe top 3.
No, wait. Did I count properly?
What?
Did you count properly?
I count properly.
And I didn't pass my GCSE.
That got nothing to do with that. Like I miscounted the movies of my ones.
He actually might be top 3.
Fam.
No, it's top 3. That's my mistake. I thought there was another one, but it's top 3. My mistake. My mistake
was killing me.
No, my mistake.
For a second.
My mistake. I thought there was actually another one, but it's not. Top 3.
All right.
3.
All right. See, okay.
3.
Oh, so we still talking about Mark Hamill?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Number 3 for me. No. Yep. 4.
Okay. All right.
4.
Why is Mark Hamill your number 4?
Because there is 3 in front of him. Unless you want me to disclose right now, and then
no, I'm not saying why is he number 4, but like why, like what makes him that good to you to get number 4?
To get number 4, because the first 2 for me is because it's added acting, like physical, not that. So there is
they needed more credit.
No, it's not. It's not that, because it's voice, and obviously, don't get me wrong. When they're doing these voices, they are also acting. Don't get me wrong. These people are breaking sweat, fam. You know what I'm saying? They're running on the spot. They're jumping. They're doing everything. But because it's not visually there, for me, that's why it's the 4th. You know what I'm saying? So I can only get his voice, while the other ones, I get the voice. I get to see the face. You know what I'm saying? It's there. It's visually for me to see. That's why he's 4th.
Mark Hamill's in my top 3, innit? Easy. There's no way he can't be in it.
To a lot of people, would be, but
there's no way he can't be.
You'll know my 3rd one is.
I would say like he is one of the real things I would say is that my introduction to Batman. You know what I'm saying? Watching the animated series, like that was Mark Hamill's Joker, fam. They still use his laugh in all the audibles, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? When it's the Joker laugh, it's Mark Hamill, fam. There's no way like that guy's not in the top 3. Like there's some of these things. Even with the acting, I hear what you're saying about the acting, but
it's the complete opposite.
Mark Hamill has made something where you can't see him iconic forever. And like they use the sound. They don't use the face and the character. They use him. Do you know what I'm saying? He to me is like the definitive Joker, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you ever think of the Joker voice in your head,
Vader voice.
If you ever think of the Joker voice in your head,
you
it's
think
Mark
Hamill.
Mark Hamill's voice. So for me, there's no way like he ain't top 3. And I'm just saying he's top 3 now. I'm not even giving you the order of my top 3, but he's in there, innit? He's in there for me. Like Mark Hamill's the nicest, young Luke, and like, get me.
No.
Sam, what are you saying about Mark Hamill?
Yeah, it's like the complete opposite to what Raven said about like not actually seeing him but hearing him. So him bringing his whole performance to life through the Arkham games, through the animation, I think even Batman to the Future as well. Batman to the Future. What's it called?
Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond. That's the one. Even that one as well. Like just hearing
like me for a second, fam.
Just a little bit. Batman to the Future. That's
the kind of stuff I would say, fam.
I don't know where that came from.
But I don't know, man. Sometimes my dyslexia kicks in. I'm not dyslexic, guys. I'm just saying.
Disclaimer: the Cybernerds do not believe or promote joking about real life illnesses.
No joking about that. But his performances, voice alone, that makes me feel like they have to, in the drawing board, like pertain to what that man's saying, kind of thing.
I hear what you're saying. I hear
Yeah.
what you're saying.
So he would like you said, he'd be in the voice box, being like doing mad madness, and be like, "Oh crap, how do we visualize Joker doing that?"
Do you know what? Yeah, Sam, you've just put something into my mind. Like, their animation might be holding his Joker back even more. Like, that's a mad thing there.
That's what I mean. Cause
Like, the animators are like, oh, yeah, Mark's, yeah.
It's too
Yeah, he's doing too much. Like, how do we keep up?
Yeah.
Yeah, bruv.
His voice is above my
usually-
pay grade.
you would see what you're acting to.
Yeah.
But it feels like they would have to go back to do what Mark Hamill was acting like. This is actually mad. So yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it's
got free to
I
that.
feel that it's a relationship between storyboard and script and him. So it's like it's a free way, while kind of like acting is sort of like right in front of you, and you can kind of like make the change right away. Be like, okay, give a little bit more of this, less of that, so to speak. So yeah, man. But
Yeah, man. That's why I rate him.
I mean, I would never argue him being top 3 or not.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a reason why he's not in my top 3.
Right.
For me being me, that's all. So it's like more personal preference and what I'm into.
All right, cool. Jack Nicholson.
So to me, it'd be after Hammer.
Number 5. Jack Nicholson's actually my number 4. Yeah, I think I really liked Jack Nicholson's character, the Joker, even though he's not really playing a Joker. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like Jack Nicholson, just being him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But when you find that character who is really that much into it, like, it's hard not to like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I really liked him in the movie, and I think that was pretty much the first Batman movie I ever watched.
Same.
As well. So it obviously left that lasting imprint in it. Yeah, it's like, it's not one of those performances that I feel like, oh, I need to go back and watch, but you can see Jack Nicholson in every Joker after him, if you get what I'm saying.
It's what you'd call your classic Joker. It's him.
For us. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want anyone, like, there's going to be bare people talking about, oh, Cesar Romero and all of this other stuff. Like, and for me, I'm touching on Cesar Romero, but he's like out of man's time frame. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man never knew about Caesar until like
now.
Yeah.
Now.
What, you?
Yep.
What?
I've never
Today?
seen this. Yep, today. Okay, maybe not today, but today. Yeah.
No, you've seen, man.
Yeah.
No, I've seen it. That's what I'm saying. But like, I would have never.
It'd never come to mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think like Cesar Romero's a bit older than our generation. You get me? So, he's not gonna get high ratings. You know what I'm saying? It's not like an MJ thing where like man remembers the legend of man. You get me? Where man was watching highlights and that's not like that. Get me? So, but yeah, Jack Nicholson. He'll take my number 4 spot. Get me?
I'm going the same way as well, because it seems like the more Jokers we get, then the older they get, it goes backwards for me as well. Because I would put Jack Nicholson also 4th, and then Caesar maybe 5th, like just behind Nicholson. Because like I said, like the way Cesar Romero, I don't know, we ain't touched him yet, but he was kind of like that whole wacky kind of crazy stuff, and then Nicholson added to that also with kind of like craziness, so to speak, because of what happened to him. Obviously, he fell into the chemicals. He did the whole classic comic book kind of thing. So he would have the whole kind of sinister but crazy, wacky stuff at the same time. I was like, oh, okay, I could work with that. But yeah, as time's gone on, it's like, yeah, this whole mental illness kind of thing issue with Joker is getting a bit mad. It's getting out of hand.
What did you say about Jack Nicholson? You already said. Oh, you said he was like 50 or
Yeah.
fifth. All right, cool. So the next one, we were already onto that. Cesar Romero. I feel like we touched on it already. Like, he's a bit older than the generation. Like, I don't even want to put him on my list, but really in my list it's just top 3, and then the 4th one. My honourable mention was, get me, Jack Nicholson. So get me, Caesar. Sorry, man. Sorry, mate. I know we're gonna get killed in the comment section below anyway. But all right,
Young punks don't know anything should go back to school.
All right, cool. All right, we're gonna go into Jared Leto just because I believe he's not gonna be in anyone's top 3, right?
Nah.
All right. So like, what do you think? Like, in hindsight, now how many? We've had a couple Jokers since Jared Leto. Now, get me. We've had Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. We've obviously had the Gotham Joker that no one watched. But what, like, on reflection, do you know what's mad? I watched Suicide Squad like 3 days ago. And I was just like, when was we talking about this?
We were talking about this again. And another
On the Birds of Prey. And I was like, yeah, this movie's just okay. You know what I'm saying? But
how do you feel about the Joker in that movie? No? Not for you?
it's not no. It's not yeah. Like, bruv.
He adds nothing.
Bruv.
I like that Joker. It was a different take. It's almost like that Joker was from alternate universe.
See, and that's the thing, yeah. It's, bruv, that's an
It's just so
easy,
different.
that's an easy thing to say, fam. Like,
Why is it?
it's a different take. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you've never seen a Joker like that.
But then so is Heath Ledger. So is
No,
Joaquin
no,
Phoenix.
but they, yeah,
Boo!
yeah, but no,
Boo!
but they're still on that wavelength of Joker insanity. While this one, to me, felt it was more like
Damaged.
completely different, going away from the psychological part of the Joker that I've never seen. Like, because the Joker, my Joker, doesn't care about all of that Jared Leto's Joker came with. Bling, playing with knives and stuff like that.
Sadistic.
Yeah, right? While the Joker that I know, fam, and that is his biggest strength.
Nah.
None of that.
Also his weakness.
No material things, no nothing. It's all here. You know what I'm saying? That's what messes up with the heroes. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's why I say it's a different take. Instead of just like, oh, just dressing different stuff like that. No, you're just a different type of Joker from a different universe.
I weren't feeling it.
A lot of people didn't.
No, but like, I don't hate it. I just like, I look at it and I'm like, this dude is Batman's big, and this is really the angle I came at it from. Not the angle of what he's doing in the movie. This dude is Ben Affleck's immovable object. Shut the up. No. There's no way, bruv. It's impossible, bruv. No. Not like, bruv, watch the first 10 minutes of Batman vs Superman and tell me that dude is fighting Jared Leto. Or Jared Leto's his issue. Even in the Suicide Squad movie, yeah, Batman's chasing them down on date night, yeah, jumps on the top of the car crashes into the bay. Jared Leto's just gone, and it's Harley Quinn, and he, you know what I'm saying, like, bruv, like, it's like they couldn't even focus on that thing there, bruv.
Well, they didn't focus on him at all in that movie.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in that scene. They're both there in the scene. All three of them are there. Batman, Harley, Joker. Get me? And
No, I
the
feel,
main one on the team is Harley Quinn. She's on, oh, Batman's ruining date night, trying to shoot man through the
because
roof.
she's part of the team.
Fam.
Like to me, on that movie, everything is inconsistent with especially in that scene that you just mentioned.
Fam, in that scene, it's just the three of them, fam.
It is
Joker,
and it isn't. Because to me,
Batman's
there is no
not in the
focus
movie.
in any of
Batman's
them.
not in the movie at all. Batman gets less screen time in the movie than the Joker. But in this scene, everyone is doing what they do as their incarnation of the character in that universe. Batman is pursuing the villains. The villains are trying to get away. But Harley is the aggressor with trying to kill Batman. Joker's there just giggling, fam. He's giggling.
And driving,
bruv,
and doesn't do anything in the movie.
He does stuff in the movie. All I'm saying is, in that scene, I'm not saying that Joker's got to do. He's just got to take out a gun and shoot. Like, but bruv, he's a passenger, bruv. That Jared Leto, that Joker's not beefing that Batman. That's all I'm saying, innit? And when I look at it from that perspective, I'm like, he's dead. He's dead, bruv. I look at all of these other Jokers, yeah, and that's one thing I can say about them. They are always the balance for the other character, even the ones that are dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that Joker in Gotham, I haven't seen him, but I know he's going to be good enough to take on the little Bruce Wayne they've got in that movie. And that is, bruv, that's, you know what I'm saying? That is a major component to being a Joker, fam. Even the Joker we've seen in Joaquin Phoenix. There's not even a Batman in the movie, but you know, like, this guy could deal with something serious. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't get that from Jared Leto's. He's in there killing man.
Well, we don't
who
get
are looking
anything
at his
in that
girlfriend.
movie anyway.
Who are looking at bruv. He gets a couple bodies and intimidates a couple people, but they're moist, man. He kills Common.
At his wife.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. That's the petty stuff he's doing.
But the whole movie's there. But this is what I'm saying. Like I said, bruv. Like,
man can't have him in the movie and then just brush off everything he does. I'm not, bruv. If you like
they
it,
brushed
it's
off
cool.
everything in that movie, he's dead. The movie's dead. Like,
The movie's not dead, innit? The movie's alright, but I just
it's dead.
that Jared Leto Joker weren't feeling it after, and this is 2 years, 3 years removed watching it. And I watched it at the time, I was like, oh yeah, it's alright. When you think about it, you're just like, nah, bruv, you're doing too much, G, and not enough at the same time.
Sweet.
Get me? So wait, Jared Leto. I see.
Yeah, he just didn't do anything for me either. Like, not even overacting, but he just. That's something I don't know what to come to a conclusion with this. Like you said, it's different take. He's more sadistic and stuff. But even when I look at, like you said, the counterpart to Batman, let's say Grandpa Batman, it's the Dark Knights, and then you see that Joker in that universe.
Go on. Then.
Why isn't he like that? Where man was in the
Sam.
in the asylum, he was okay until he saw Batman. Man woke up, and you see that the beef they had in the
theme park.
Holy smokes! Yeah, nope, can't do it. So, yeah,
I didn't even think about that because I guess that Joker should have leaned more to that kind of Joker than the Dark Knight Rises Returns Joker, than the Joker that he does with the tattoos and all that other stuff. But boy, it's all mad anyway. But I'm glad that universe got X'd. In fact, we're not even sure. We're not sure if that Joker's got X'd, but that Joker did get X'd. He's not going to be in that. We're not seeing Jared Leto or Joker again, for sure. 100%.
Marvel or Sony.
In fact, maybe we will, because they do reference him a lot in Birds of Prey.
Yep.
But
so I wouldn't
at the end, you see the what do you call it? Post-credit scene, yeah.
Yeah, but bruv,
and then,
that would be suicide after releasing this new Joker movie.
Then your Suicide Squad, this Suicide Squad. I'm
bro,
joking.
but didn't they cut a lot of his scenes from Suicide Squad?
They did.
So what?
So we don't know what was in there.
He's gone, man. I don't care what was in there. Well, from what I saw, I'm not feeling it. And we got a new Joker in it. Get me? So I see. All right, let's just get to our top 3 then. Get me? Guys, jump in the comment section below if you think there's a Joker that we missed out, or if you don't like our ordering of them, put your order and get me. We can beef about it down there.
Nice.
Don't be nice. It's the Joker in it.
Be nice.
Morning,
little.
Who wants to go first with the top 3 in order?
I can't decide, so I'm not gonna go.
What about you, Raven? I know Ravens believes is self-proclaimed Joker guy, innit? So do you want to go last?
Okay.
I don't mind going. My number 3 is gonna be Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Okay.
My number 2 is gonna be Heath Ledger's Joker. My number 1 is gonna be Mark Hamill. My ordering, because Mark Hamill, for what I said, when you think of Joker, when you close your eyes and say Joker, you hear Mark Hamill's voice. Nothing will ever beat that. Then, for me, when it comes to like performance-wise, I think I like Heath Ledger's performance as Joker more than I like Joaquin Phoenix's performance as Joker as a whole. And when I say as a whole, I mean Heath Ledger was a supporting actor. He didn't get the amount of screen time and the depth into man's history and all of that, and perform something that, do you know what I'm saying? Like, man will never ever forget. You get me? Now, Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker movie. I think is a sick movie. Do you know what I'm saying? And I like everything what they do with the Joker and it as a whole. But I'm still just like, I just don't think it's better as a whole than Heath Ledger's. And I'm right coming off the movie as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna go watch it a couple more times, but at the same time, I just don't think it's better than what I got from Heath Ledger. Do you know what I'm saying? But I love the movie. Obviously, you watched the review already. Get me? Boom. That's me.
I'm still, like you're saying, still watch the movie. So I still put Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix almost tie, because we get a fully fledged Joker with Heath Ledger. Like, he's the Joker there and then kind of thing. Man's been doing this for time. He's been in asylum. He's come out. He's now facing Batman.
We don't know if that's true, but yeah.
Okay. No,
with Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, like he gets the card in Batman Begins.
Yeah, but he's in asylum.
He never said he was in asylum. No, they never said that. That was never confirmed nor denied.
At the end when he goes, this guy just broke and left his calling card.
No, he said they just robbed the bank and left his calling card. He never said there was no asylum talk.
All right. But then there's that fully fledged Joker.
Yeah, no, but you're right. Yeah, he's the Joker.
So yeah, he's the Joker there and then. And with Joaquin Phoenix, we see a origin story with that guy and the rise of a Joker. I'm like, damn, these are like so separate. I can't differentiate the two between this guy's mental illness, his journey, and how he becomes what he is today, and this guy being who he is and just being on mad chaos. I can't separate the two.
Do you know what's mad about that? Because when I got to the end of the Joker movie, I was like, raw, that could just be 10 days before the Dark Knight movie. In my mind, that's what I legitimately thought. I was like, that's like obviously besides the Age of Batman, that lines up perfectly because obviously Heath Ledger has multiple stories for why he's the Joker, and that would tie in exactly into the mental illness that Joaquin Phoenix Joker suffers from and could be, but could also not be. Also, if you watch the movie properly, Joaquin Phoenix might not even be the Joker.
Exactly. So this is what I mean. And even in the comics, they say there are 3 Jokers, so it could even pertain to that. It's nuts. So yeah, I can't say which one's better than the other at the moment. I like them both almost equally as each other because one's like origin and one is the Joker. So
see now, okay, now I want a question. So with that though, obviously Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix one, just came out quite recently, innit? And it's, you know what I'm saying, like fresh in your mind. It's all hype. It's on every bus as 5 stars. Do you think a year from now it will have the social impact as like the Dark Knight's Heath Ledger? Why so serious? All of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I think that's like obviously like on YouTube's probably going mad right now. Everyone's Joker, Joaquin Phoenix is the best Joker ever. Boom, boom, boom. And then it takes like a year, 2 years for everyone to cool down, watch him again, and be like, no, this ain't very good, you know. I'm not saying that the movie Joker's not, but I'm just saying generally it happens a lot. All right, so do you think like 2 years from now, or even like next year, when you watch the Joker again, or when you think back to it, it's gonna have the same kind of social impact that like Heath Ledger's Joker did, innit? Like,
that's kind of hard because the time the Dark Knight came out, the place of cinema wasn't really saturated with comic book movies.
Bruv,
All right, hear me out. So when the Dark Knight came out, obviously that was the DC movie that made like almost $1 billion or whatever in the cinema. Obviously Heath Ledger's performance, was all very good. But then it wasn't every day you heard there was another movie coming out. So when it comes to the Joker, like a few years, even like a couple of months down the line, we're just gonna hear another like comic book movie. So it might just get swept underneath the carpet because of that.
Bruv, then obviously that means it doesn't have a lasting social impact, fam. Like things that have a lasting social impact do, fam. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like Thanos' snap. Like, man was talking about the snap for the whole year, and then it was gone because he done something else. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, just saying, there's an oversaturation of movies. That doesn't make one movie less iconic. That doesn't make one performance less iconic. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, all right, cool.
Isn't the whole thing with Heath Ledger, and if my memory serves me right, wasn't it like boosted because obviously because of his death as well, off the back of his performance, because what he was doing to get that performance?
There is that.
So I
don't know, but he died before the movie came out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He elevated his name and you know and
but
what we're talking about, like
I don't
you know.
So wait, I don't understand. I don't understand the question.
So it's not a question. It's more like isn't that because you just mentioned, is it going to have the same social
what social? I don't think he's. Firstly, before I get. I'm just trying to talk freely in it. So disclaimer to anything I say, like I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Heath Ledger, R.I.P. all of them things there. Get me? Like I don't think his death elevates his performance. When I watch the movie,
think it elevates, but it's in people's mind.
In some people, I know there's some people that don't. I know there's some people that don't know Heath Ledger's dead that watch the movie and like, yo, that Joker bangs, fam. So I'm not. I don't. Me
but
personally,
in our community, that's what made things bigger boom than everything.
I'm not agreeing with that for me personally, because I've never been like, oh, this is ultra good because he's dead.
No, obviously no one's gonna say that, but this is how things play out in society. Like when something
I'm not talking about society. I don't know about society. I know about Joe.
No, bruv, like I said, like I'm just going by my memory of what I've remembered at the time when the movie came out and you had all these things happening that kind of like echoed Heath Ledger's name.
Why so serious is an iconic and sick line, whether he's dead or alive.
No one's taking.
Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying. Like, bruv, I hear what you're saying. Yes, he died. There was big propaganda about, oh, he died. It was because of the Joker, blah, blah. That's got nothing to do with the actual performance in the movie. The performance bangs. It banged then. You watch it now and you're like, it still bangs. There's people who've done performances, have died. Everyone was like, oh, yeah, this was really good. 2 years later, you don't even remember, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's not what I'm talking about. Like, I think Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker has a real life lasting effect because it bangs. And it will all, like, you'll think of the top 5 villains 100 years from now. Heath Ledger's going to be in that conversation, fam. Like, not because he's dead, because it banged. Like, that's it. That's for me, anyway. Like, bruv. Like, when James Earl Jones passes away, God forbid, hopefully it never happens, but it will, get me? Like, a man are going to be like, oh, no, Darth Vader's the sickest villain on earth. No, he's already been that because of the performance man put in. That's what I'm saying, innit? So, sweet. I don't know. Go on then, mister. You're last. You've had your time.
It's mad because when man was watching the thing, I was like, raw. It's mad, this whole thing, because the way I see. All right, so I'm just gonna start with my third one because I think that's just the easiest, but because I'm still in this whole Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix. So my third Joker, and this Joker gets to be my number 3 because of what it kind of like woke me up to the Joker, and this is the Injustice Joker, and that's why it's getting number 3. Simply because what it started and the ripple effects even after his death of what it did throughout the whole run of Injustice. Now going into this little battle, it's tough because I don't want to say Joaquin Phoenix because man just watched it and we don't usually like vote for something until it's in Blu-ray. We've sat down, we've gone through it, but at the same time, I think it's the question to ask is if he was to have that Joker Heath Ledger like in that world story told, would it be better than that story that we got from Joaquin Phoenix? And this is why I can't compare because they're different. Like that Joker that you get from Heath Ledger is in the Batman's world. He's running away from Batman, is the villain. While this story, you get more substance with it. So I can't put them 2 and 2 together because to me it's just.
Bruv, this is a cop out, bruv. This is the ultimate cop out. How are you gonna say a comic book? How can you say a comic book one is third? But then you can't say which one you think which one's better, bro.
Because like
that's a cop out, fam.
It's not a cop out because the way
they're
I
in different
see
worlds. One's written on a comic book page.
No, it's like to be honest, like one is comic book, one's a novel. That's the way I see both of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about like characters wise, because one is like I'm with this guy throughout the whole movie. Would I feel the same way with the other guy? I can't tell that because I don't get that. I get 2-3 minutes with this guy, then I see Batman. While this guy, I get through the whole, brother, I get through everything with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough to say which one is better. So that's not a cop out. That's just what it is.
That's a cop out.
Why is it a cop out?
It's a cop out.
It's a fact. Like it's what we got. What it sounds
like to me is you just don't want to say Joaquin Phoenix one's better because that's what it sounds.
No.
You're saying
why?
Because what you just said was I spent more time with this, so I can't say if this one because if this one was in this scenario, that sounds.
And I've only watched the movie once, so I can't just go and give that off the back of the. I don't do that. I don't come off the back of the hype of something. I gotta sit down and just watch the things a few times, catch lines that I didn't catch in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So, but to me, they're the greatest, both of them. So, I'm holding both of them until I get the Blu-ray. Then I'll make a decision off that. But man can't just go and say, or you can easily say, okay, Heath Ledger gets now until the other one, but that's not how I feel right now. So that's.
But you feel like they're both equal. They're both right here. Like today, they're both
performance wise, yeah, they both gave us two iconic Jokers, which I very, 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 very hold up to what the Joker is, to the mind of the Joker. That's, to me, that's what the Joker is. It's just what's in here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just the like, well, yeah, like that's just the extras. But to me, it's here. It's what he's saying. What comes from here that is expressed is expressed. So that's that, innit?
But Jared Leto's a different take, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different take. Like, but us. How do you?
You just did an action from Jared Leto's Joker, fam.
Yeah.
All of that stuff, yeah, and said like that's not.
That's not from Jared Leto.
Bro,
that's from Heath Ledger.
He does that. Jared Leto does that as well, fam.
But that's not what I was talking about just now. I was just talking about Heath Ledger.
You're talking about the mental, yeah. You're talking about the mental.
Yeah. But right now, who's talking about Jared Leto right now? No one.
No, but
so why would I go and pick up that from him?
No, I'm trying to understand how you said that Jared Leto's is a good Joker as well. When you're like, oh, it's a completely different take.
I said it's a different take. Yeah.
I don't understand.
So I don't feel like it's that bad of a Joker. I was okay to see a different take on the Joker. To me, I don't see it as a bad Joker.
So is Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger's Joker in your eyes the take on the same Joker?
Yeah. All right. But who's gonna be best? I can't tell you that right now.
Guys, jump in the comment section below and let us know your order of your best Jokers, if you can decide, if you can't decide, if you like Jared Leto's Joker, if you don't like Jared Leto's Joker. Leave it all in the comment sections below. Join in the conversation. Join in the conversation.
The greatest.
And,
greatest.
And while you do that, we're going to go on a break and we will be back. Are back.
That was a loud we.
Because we are back. Now, guys, listen. We're at one of those favorite times of the show where we get to read some comments, questions, or potential queries.
I feel like that's most like favorite time all the time. Especially when it comes to comments, fam.
It's not. Comments is definitely...
It's like daily thing.
Nah, comments is an emotional part of my day, fam. I don't like getting emotional.
It's entertainment for me, fam.
Yes, it can be entertainment. But it also can be rage-induced, fam. Because when you get some mad comments like we do, yeah...
It's entertainment still.
It's mad sometimes, fam, isn't it? But who wants to go first with their comment?
Who went last time?
I cannot remember.
What, who went first? It might have been me, you know.
It might have been you? All right, cool. So I'm going to go first then. I'm going to go first.
I saw your comment. Oh, no, Joe went first and I went second because I saw your comment. That's what you didn't have.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have one. So can I go first then?
No.
Just in case someone steals my comment?
No, I'm going first. So, yeah. I'm not gonna read out man's name. In fact, hold on.
Stretch. Don't pull a muscle now, reading these comments.
All right. I'm not going to read out my man's name. Or whoever this person is. This comment is on the Birds of Prey trailer reaction.
Oh, Lord. It's about to be a good one.
This says, you guys don't know what this movie is. You don't know how to judge a trailer. You called the first It Chapter 2 trailer bad. So, ... Now, I wanted to dissect this on multiple points.
Before you dissect, you are wrong.
We need some Aircon in here, please. Emergency.
80,000 people disagree with you.
You guys don't know what this movie is. Now, firstly, mate, I don't know you're watching. Obviously, I don't know what the movie is. We just watched a trailer. It's a trailer reaction, not a movie reaction. Trailer reaction. Now, on multiple levels, are you dumb? Because one, you know when you clicked on a video, you must have seen where it said Birds of Prey trailer reaction.
It's in there. I
Yeah?
know.
Now let's say you didn't do that and you just watched the Birds of Prey trailer. When you clicked on that, it said Birds of Prey trailer, not movie. So we are aware, yeah, that you're on the channel looking at a reaction to a trailer. So how can I know what the movie is? Do I know the director? No. Has he sent me the dailies? No. So what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. You know when you're like, you guys don't know what this movie is? You don't know what the comment you're writing is. Relax, G. All right. It's part one. You don't know how to judge a trailer.
I didn't know there was
an academy or
like
a grading system.
You man, relax, please. Listen, you man.
You're looking this way.
No,
So I'm confused.
You
now.
man, lean back and
I'm
relax.
confused.
You don't know how to judge a trailer. Why are you on the channel then? Why are you here? Because you love it. You love it when we review and react to trailers. You love it. You come on YouTube and you hope Cybernerds have uploaded a new video, fam. So shut your mouth and just enjoy the ting, bruv. Enjoy the ting. Listen, I don't apologize for not agreeing with you because we're free individuals. We have our own minds and our own opinions. We don't agree with each other sometimes. It might be frustrating and upsetting, but I understand Raven and Sam are their own people. And they can make their own decisions and they can like what they want to like. Get me? Woo! Oh, and then us not being able to have to judge a trailer, as Raven said, 80,000 people and counting, plus you being here contradicts that. So there's that. Now, the final part.
Oh, there's more.
Bruv,
That's going in today.
this the
The whole fire.
comment. I'm just reading the comment.
Grab the fire.
We need
You
aircon
called-
first, it's getting hot.
You called the first It Chapter 2 trailer bad, so ... Now, firstly, you might not have been on the channel very long, innit? But I called the first movie garbage. I called the first trailer garbage. The second trailer garbage. The second teaser trailer. The special look garbage. And I called the movie garbage in the review. So if you're going to come at, man, just get all your little ducks in a row correctly and then put them there, innit? Because it too sucks. Boom! Hold that. This public service announcement was brought to you by Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds. You can find me not liking the first Birds of Prey trailer and never, ever liking anything to do with the 2 It movies that recently came out. And have a great day.
Okay, I'm gonna go next in case Sam tries to steal my comment again.
Wait, sorry.
Go on.
Did anyone pick a positive comment?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, thank God.
I mean, my one's positive.
See, like I don't know. See, when you say it's positive, I don't know.
My
what
one
it
is positive. My one is
I
positive.
don't know.
I mean,
Smile.
depends on who's on the receiving end.
There
There
but-
you go.
yeah.
There you go.
It's the life that we're living. All right, now, before I ask, did any of you guys watch Scary Movie 3?
Yeah.
Scary movie, bruv. That's very. What happens in that one?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I mean, I've seen a scary movie. Wait.
The one with the guy with the hand.
My strong hand.
No, that's the second or first.
No, it must be the second.
That's second then.
Scary movie. No.
A strong hand.
No. That's got to be the first one.
That's the first one,
No,
right?
the first one was just screen based only.
Yeah, but Strong Hand came from Scream.
But no, that one.
No, that's the second one. No, that's the second one. The second one because they go on holidays.
Okay, I've seen Strong Hand. I haven't seen the other one.
The first one is with
the Wayne brothers.
The dude with the vacuum cleaner.
Yes,
Dewey. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's from Scream. Yeah.
That's first one.
Dewey.
Alright, cool. So this one comes from the Mortal Kombat trailer T800, and I don't know the person, but the comment goes, I don't know the name of the actor, but he was in Scary Movie 3 who smoked weed. Sam exactly looks like him. Now,
please tell me you've got a picture of this dude, fam. Oh my word. How could you not do? No, Raven, I'm legitimately disappointed in man.
Well, I did ask if you man had seen it.
What?
You're going to be pissed.
I don't even know how to.
No, just put Scary Movie 3. You'd know. Wait. Go. No, just put Scary Movie 3. Yeah. Then go to cast. Then you'll pick. You don't even need to know. You don't even need to know like who smoked weed, who's not. Just go to images or something.
Fam, you're killing. This brother.
Eddie Griffin. Fam. Eddie Griffin, fam. Yo, that's a new one, fam.
That is new.
Undercover brother. What's this? What the? Yo, that scared me, fam. What the flip?
Is that coming? Oh, is that YouTube in the front?
Can someone go to the desk and tell them to turn off the speaker in here or something?
Bro, you might as well just wrap the thing up, bruv. Like, with the, I don't know.
1, 2, yeah. Check. 1, 2, 2.
Yo.
1, 2.
Bloopers. I'm going to change while Sam is away, yeah? Let's have this conversation, yeah?
Look at this brother's face.
Fam. Please believe my contact for Sam is going to be Eddie Griffin. I'm changing the picture.
Go ahead, Sam. What comment have you got, fam? What's going on?
After that whole Eddie Griffin. So how does that make you feel? Eddie Griffin. Is that a good thing or bad thing?
He's a good comedian, so if I make people laugh, then I'll take that.
What's the laugh got to do with how you look?
I don't like Eddie Griffin. He's a comedian. He makes people laugh.
Do your thing.
Like full circle.
I just want you lot to know I don't look like no one, innit? You get me? Like, I know you be writing in the comment sections, this person looks like this.
Worst ones, yo.
This person looks like that, bro. I don't look like I look like myself, innit? You get me? So just allow it, innit? You get me? Because them comments are just getting iced.
Mad thing. So mine's from the Top Boy season 3 episode 7 spoiler review from Christian Riviera,
Hello, Christian.
and he says and asks, "Great review as always. Can't wait for you to all finish to see your reactions. Also, after watching and discovering Dave as an artist, what other UK artists or albums would you lot recommend?"
This is a great question and comment.
I know, right? I know.
I guess this is the time we plug in all our favorite grime artists and albums.
Scorcher.
Chase! Well, off the back of Top Boy, I'm going to have to say you need to pick up Kano's new album, Hoodie's All Summer. Banger.
Mate, listen, I'm not giving specific albums because you need to do deep research into all of these people. Just get any and all of their music and listen to it. Also, so what we said, Scorcher, what did you say, Kano? Sam, have you got one?
Don't say Dizzy Rascal, fam.
Dizzy Rascal, fam.
AJ Tracy. You got another one?
Gets. Big up East London Massive. Bruh!
I would say Ambush. I'll say check out Ambush. Got some decent tracks on that.
Gigs. Check out Gigs. Giggs.
Gigs. All right. Who's also released albums recently?
Chip.
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 Chip. I
Captain
forget
Conan.
Chip. Yeah. Oh. P Money. Big time.
Captain Conan. P Money. Who else?
I mean, if you want to go to the old school stuff, you know, you can look into D Double, Wiley. Who am I forgetting?
I feel like I'm forgetting someone major.
Oh, man's got Wretch. Man's got who I'm forgetting right now, man.
I listen to these man every day, you know. But you ask me the question, and my mind goes blank.
Jamie.
That's what I was thinking of. Jamie.
Yeah, Skepta, Jamie, all of them, man. Yeah. So listen, just clip that part and anyone. Pick one and then just
all
keep,
of them,
keep
really.
going through.
All
keep
of
going
them.
through.
All of them.
Yeah, but I don't want you to rush through them. Like, take one, ingest, and let that naturally progress to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if you listen to, like, let's say, Gets' album, one of the other artists we just said's on there as well.
Yeah.
So you'll
all
find
you'll
find your way. You'll find your way.
Especially Gets. It's all in there.
You'll find your way in it. But yeah, that was good. That was a good question. All right, now this brings us to the last segment of the show, which is our Secret Society questions, and we only have one Secret Society question this week. And this Secret Society question comes from Shubhai. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right. Shout out to you, Patreon gang. The question is, what do you guys expect from the new Mortal Kombat film that's in production? I think this should start with Sam.
All right, cool. So,
or maybe do you want to go last? Yeah, because you're
Thanks.
the Mortal Kombat guy.
Gaming wise,
Wow, so now you're the Mortal Kombat guy. Movie wise,
I'm not gonna claim movie wise, but yeah, I guess movie and Mortal Kombat, you know, martial arts.
is you.
I don't know.
Bro, if you're trying to claim it, innit? But
I guess
you guess.
But let Sam go on.
yeah, that like the one core aspect I super want from a Mortal Kombat movie is good choreography tapped in with the gory
superpowers.
side-
Go on. Sorry.
gory side of it, because the first Mortal Kombat movie was okay when it comes to the choreography. I'll probably watch it now and be like, this is dead. But at the time, I was like, this is fun to watch. Like, man went backflip. In fact, no, the reptile fight, that was actually really, really sick. I watched that today.
I watched that not too long ago. You know?
What do you think still?
I was okay with the movie.
The fighting.
I think sometimes we need to allow, because it was made in such and such era, and kind of like step away from what we get now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, some of the stories, but that's that time, that kind of story they were telling. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we just allow trying to compare and just go with what man got at the time. So I think it was cool, man. I think it was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it today and be like, all right, that's all right. But obviously, the story for me, as long as the story is, it's meh. And no, wait, last 3 games have been pretty good. But I still want like sick choreography with gory fight scenes. Like, if you could just do that, then I'll enjoy the movie. I don't really care about the story.
I think one of does anyone know what company is behind this?
Was it WB? No, must be WB. I'm gonna double check.
I think they need to learn from Asia's cinematic world and bring someone who understands storytelling, understands more combat, not just for its name, house name, but like story, the characters, and build like a solid foundation. On the other hand, I don't know if you guys can pull this off, but hopefully you do a great job. So just don't do your typical Hollywood movie. This should not feel like a typical Hollywood movie at all.
What information you got, Sam?
WB New Line Cinema.
Firstly, the first Mortal Kombat movie is the greatest video game movie ever made. Someone argue that, please.
Better than Advent Children.
Advent Children. That don't even count. Live action, man.
He's talking about live action. Mario?
Hey.
with the big head.
Mortal Kombat's better than that.
Street Fighter. What's this guy doing?
Nah, Mortal Kombat's also better than Street
Oh,
Fighter.
definitely better than Street Fighter. I'm
But
joking.
yeah, so I think I actually love that original Mortal Kombat movie. I think then what do I expect from the next movie? I want them to dive into just things that they had in the web series. I think the web series that they made, I can't remember what it's called, Mortal Kombat Annihilation or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Is it the one that's on YouTube?
Yeah, the one on YouTube. Yeah, so if they dive into stuff like that where the characters past are fleshed out a little bit more, you add in the horror elements, the gore elements that you're talking about, but also just lean in more into the supernatural world. Like Mortal Kombat, if you're gonna make a movie, is supernatural. The characters are supernatural. So like lean into that, bruv, and go into it hard and try and just blend these things together correctly. And if you're not gonna do that, then focus so much on the fighting that you don't care about the rest. Do you know what I'm saying?
Similar to John Wick. Like, story's not crazy, but they stuck with that world, and the movie's brilliant. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel like it also should be. Like, just
do that. Yeah, but really, I don't care about this Mortal Kombat movie coming out. Nah. Like, bro, why should I care about it, fam? Like, my man will go watch it, but like, I'm not excited for it. Like, bro, Mortal Kombat, like me with video games and video game movies. Look, I'm good with video games. Get me? You don't need a movie to then like validate yourself. Like, and all a bad movie does is hurt your game. So, boy.
Oh, it just shows you that you still got the game. Don't watch the movie.
Yeah, but it hurts your game because that, bruv, that's your like. Let's say you put out a movie and it's dead. They're gonna be like new players who watch movies and don't play games. They now have that stink attached to that. Do you know what I'm saying? Now when you're like, oh, do you want to play this Mortal Kombat game? And it's their first time to be like, no, that movie sucks. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a negative narrative to have. So I would just say, like, just do your thing and we'll see what happens. I don't know about New Line making it though. That's a bit mad.
Yeah.
New Line. Well, didn't they make
They made quite a few movies.
Get James Wan on it. That's the answer. Get James Wan and then man from.
Then they add someone from that's in the
Raid movie.
Is it Raid?
Yeah.
I thought he was from the I'm thinking of the series I watched not too long ago on Prime.
Oh.
It's a series where this guy comes from China.
Warrior.
Is it Warrior? Yeah, Warrior. Yeah, Warrior. Yeah.
That's on Netflix, not
Netflix. I think the main guy is one of the main characters. Not sure if it's Scorpion or Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero. All right, cool.
Yeah, but
Yes. Well, yeah, he might be Scorpion actually. The guy who plays Sub-Zero, he's from the Raid, and the guy who plays that's the wrong one. The guy who plays Scorpion. Oh no, he's not here. I've seen the cast.
Yeah, the costume,
Yeah.
right? And
Oh,
everybody
that guy,
everybody kind of like make a big deal out of it because because we're getting this guy and he can.
He might have been from Legacy.
do you know what? Yeah, when you say that, it makes me even think. Why don't they just do like a Sub-Zero Scorpion movie? Like do that movie and just build to Mortal Kombat the tournament as like the trilogy of the movies where it introduces other characters, or you could do spin-off characters where you can do like a movie what's in Asia with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, then you do a movie in New York with like Jax and Sonya and Johnny Cage or LA or wherever, and do those and then bring them all together.
That's it. See?
Something like that. Or we can just try and cram it all into one movie and see how it goes. Well, guys, jump in the comment section below. Let us know what you think of the Mortal Kombat movie, what you think of all of the topics we've covered on today's shows, and just let us know what you generally think about life down there. You know, stay positive, have a great week, and we appreciate you watching episode 4 of the Cyber Nerd podcast. I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And I'm Raven the GS.
I'm Mr. Blitz too.
And we'll see you in 28 calendar days.